It's been a great week of practice, and I expect another fun Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, a lot of teams are sitting at home. You guys are just happy to be at this one, right?
Well, if you win this one, it doesn't get any easier. You get the winner of another two teams that are, you know, in my opinion, one of the two best teams in the state as well. So I think you have 4 out of the 5 best teams playing in one bracket, and you know, one of us is going to come out black and blue and try to beat one of the teams down the state.
Yeah, and it's not like, you know, you're wishing anything bad. It's almost unfortunate that you got to see groupings, these super groupings like the one you're in.
Yeah, you know, geography-wise, and WIA gets there. You know, I understand why they do it, but you know, it's just hard to see as a coach. You like to see a little bit more, you know, parity across the state. You know, people are traveling anyways. What's the difference if we're, you know, in the South? But it is what it is. They're not going to complain to anybody. We're just going to have to go out and prove it if we want to continue to play next week. You got to beat the #1 seed.
All right, Coach. Good luck with that here tonight.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, Jason Tubbs, head coach of the Stratford Tigers. Stratford and Stanley Boyd, level 2 playoff game at Stanley Boyd tonight. And stay with us. We've got more of it.
Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Company.
See one of the largest carpet warehouses in central Wisconsin at R&R Flooring and Furniture in Spencer. They have more than 150 rolls of carpet and vinyl in stock for you. They are now carrying Wolfcraft furniture, Serta lift chairs, and custom log beds. And they have a huge selection of mattresses. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays and Sundays, 10 till 1. R&R Flooring and Furniture, Highway 13 in Spencer. Good luck, SC Rockets!
When your car has gone its last mile, take it to First Choice Recycling in Spencer and cash in today. First Choice Recycling wants your junk vehicle. They pay top prices for your junk cars and trucks and all metals. Aluminum, copper, brass, iron, whatever metals you have laying around, round them up and make First Choice your first stop. First Choice Recycling open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays till noon. Offering small-town friendly service now under new ownership at their new location just off of Highway 13 on Willow Drive in Spencer.
Happy to have you with us for Spencer Columbus football tonight on WDLB. The Rockets taking on the Amherst Ball Club in Amherst this evening, and quite a challenge for the Rockets and Coach Jason Kors. Coach, thanks for joining us. First of all, let's talk about your big win over Oconto in the opening round of the playoffs last Friday night. Tell us about that ball game and some things you liked from the Spencer Columbus Ball Club last week.
Yeah, thanks, Gene. Boy, you know, the week seems like a long time ago for sure, but Oconto was a very good football team. They came in, that's one of the best 6 seeds you'll ever see. Did a lot of really great things. I thought they were very physical and tough up front. Took us a little while to get going in some areas, but overall, we played pretty well offensively. We moved the ball very efficiently. Had to do some different things against them because they gave us some good looks. You know, they had some pretty good athletes, some players that made some plays on the field, and so we definitely had to play well to win, and I thought we did play very well. So if we wouldn't have played well, I think that one would have been a tight one.
You know, Coach, you talk about the opposition being physical last week. Let's talk a bit about that, because of course you've got some physical guys like Hunter Lippy and some other ball players in your lineup, but overall, tell us your thoughts about the physicality of your team and how they match up with other opponents.
I think we're very good when it comes to that department. I mean, we do have a couple big kids. Logan Schernitz is for sure a big kid. You know, outside of him, though, we don't have a ton of size. Hunter's a very big running back, but we don't have a ton of size, but our guys do have a nose for the ball. They get downhill on defense. They're very aggressive. Offensively, they get to the point of attack. They block well. They are very physical, so they really buy into that brand of football. I think that playing in the Clover Belt just enhances that, because you have to be physical in the Clover Belt if you're going to compete with the top echelon of teams there. So I do think we're a very physical football team. I think our guys enjoy that part of the game in particular, and it really is what it comes down to. I think in the playoffs here, from this point forward, everybody's going to be a physical team.
And not necessarily do size and physicality correlate. Some big guys are not very physical. Some smaller guys play quite physical football. Have you found that on your ball club?
Yeah, like I say, for the most part, a lot of our guys like it. They like to hit. They wish we hit in practice more. We don't like to do it in practice during the week, but the guys sure do if they get the opportunity to. So they enjoy it, and yeah, we've never found that size has much of a factor there. And so anytime if we're scouting a team and we're looking at film, we're looking at how quickly they get off the ball and things like that, much more than size.
Coach, you've been very impressed, I know, the last half of the season or so with the play of your defensive unit. Tell us about how they've made some strides for you this year.
Really settled into the new defense with the odd man front, understanding the little intricacies of it. Our game plans keep getting more advanced. We started off pretty vanilla early in the year, and Coach Hildebrand just keeps amping it up each week, dialing up different combinations of blitzes and coverages, and I really am impressed with the way the guys study film and the amount of time they spend looking at an opponent's offense, trying to pick up keys and reads and get themselves to the ball a lot quicker. So I really enjoy the amount of time that the guys are investing into the mental part of the game on the defensive side of the ball. And again, it's a defense that's continued to get stronger and stronger as the year went on.
A lot of fans don't understand the intricacies of that defense. Why is having that odd man front so vital to your ball club?
There's a few different pieces to it. I think anytime that you have a dynamic nose tackle, that can be very disruptive to any offense. Logan Schernitz definitely does a great job there. I think anytime you're lining up with your linemen head up on their offensive linemen, it creates a little bit of confusion in some teams as far as who's blocking who. And there's just so many different blitz combinations that we can come up with, whether we're playing the 3-5 or the 3-4. So it really keeps teams guessing, and I just think that there's a lot of quality pieces to it. We have what we call the dog backers, the outside guys. They close things down pretty well, keep things inside. Adam Walter and Andres Rodriguez have been doing just a tremendous job of that. So we like the way that is developing, and hopefully we see a strong effort here too.
Well, let's talk about the matchup with Amherst. Boy, couldn't ask for a tougher opponent. Perennial state powerhouse, state champions. Tell us about this Amherst ball club we'll see on Friday night.
Oh, they're very good. They're well coached. Their players are in the right position. They hustle. They play the game the right way. They fly around and make plays. So we have a lot of respect for both their players, their coaches, their program in its entirety. They're very good, and they've been very good for a while now. So it's a team that we figure at some point if we want to get to the goal we want to get to, we're going to have to beat them. So like I say, this team here is no different this year. They might be a little bit smaller than they have been in the past, but they're still a quality football team with a lot of excellent players on the field.
A quarterback who has big numbers both running and passing the football. Tell us about that young man and what he does for their ball club.
Just a dynamic athlete. He is, I think one of their most dangerous plays is the quarterback scramble, where he drops back, doesn't see anything he likes, and takes off. He is fast. He runs the midline. He runs the veer very well. Has a good arm. They've got some good receivers. So yeah, I think it all does center around him. Kind of, I think as he goes, they go, and he is definitely one of the top players in the state.
Tell us about your team's preparation from the mental standpoint, Coach, how your team has embraced the thought about playing this powerhouse ball club this week.
I think overall they've been excited. There's, I guess, two ways you could look at a situation like that. You could, play the woe is me and gosh, we're in a tough bracket and whatever. And I didn't really see that out of any of our coaches or players. They were all pretty excited. They've been wanting this opportunity again, and they're competitors. They want to go out, they want to compete, they want to beat the best. And Amherst has been the best team in the state the last 2 years, and they've been ranked up there again this year. So it's a challenge. Games like this can be fun. They can be very memorable. So I think they're geared up. They're ready to go. And I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Spencer Columbus football coach Jason Gorse. The Rockets facing Amherst tonight in round 2 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs here in Amherst. Spencer Columbus football tonight on WDLB, a service of Felker Brothers Corporation of Marshfield, manufacturers of stainless steel products, and they support all youth sports and activities. Participation in high school sports builds character and teamwork, and Felker Brothers of Marshfield supports the youth of Central Wisconsin. We'll come back to Amherst and more of our pregame report following these messages.
Drive a heavy truck, then you know V&H Trucks, because we know what drives you. Whether it's septic, logging, material handling, or anything else that needs a tough truck, our second-to-none experienced sales staff has you covered. We agree with our friends at Western Star when they say the toughest part of any job should be your truck. So come see the sales staff at V&H today to get tough working for you. V&H, the driving force in heavy trucks and equipment.
At 1505 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, or vhtrucks.com.
Quality Roofing, Marshfield, Wisconsin, is proud to include Wausau Athletic Park, Camp Randall, and Lambeau Field in their project lineup. Quality Roofing is equally proud to always support area students. Quality Roofing serves Wisconsin's commercial roofing and sheet metal needs. Contact Quality Roofing on the web at qroof.com or visit them in Marshfield's East Industrial Park.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Wisconsin. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
And welcome back to Amherst. It's high school football this evening. Spencer Columbus and Amherst in this WIAA Division 5 playoff opener. We're set for the opening kickoff of this ball game between the Rockets and the Amherst Falcons. Spencer Columbus sends Hunter Lepke back safety, along with Hayden Bauman, stationed just inside the 15-yard line. Carter Zableski kicking off for Amherst from right to left as we begin play tonight. Zableski set, and the opening kick is lined down the near sideline. Hits Bauman in the leg at the 17, picks it back up to the 20, heading for the far sideline across the 30-yard line, has some room out around the 40-yard line, tripped up right there. Good return by Bauman. There's a flag down on the play, however, and a Spencer Columbus man is down as well, back of the 20-yard line.
Penalty indication is the illegal block in the back against the Rockets.
Spencer Columbus man is down. There's also a penalty flag down on the opening kickoff. As the Rockets come out for their first possession, it appears the call is going to go against Spencer Columbus. And Coach Gorst on the field to help with the attendance of his injured ball player. We cannot tell from this angle the identity of that ball player. The return by Bauman brought the ball out to near the 40-yard line, but that return may be called back. It appears the injured man might be Lucas Ellefson. It'd be a big loss for the Rockets. He's one of their top receivers. Lucas coming into this ball game has 10 catches for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. And so not a guy the Rockets would like to lose at the outset of the ball game. Well, there is a block in the back call against Spencer Columbus, and that means the Rockets will put the ball in play from their own 11-yard line. They lose about close to 30 yards in field position by that penalty. The injured Spencer Columbus man is still down, and some medical personnel coming out as well to attend to that ball player. I want to remind you that coverage of Spencer Columbus football this evening here on WDLB, a service of Sternweiss & Sons and their block division at 400 East Arnold Street in Marshfield. Play is stopped only 10 seconds into the contest due to a Spencer Columbus injury on the opening kickoff. We have no score here at Amherst as Spencer Columbus and Amherst square off in the opening round of the WIAA, the second round rather, of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs. And while the injured Spencer Columbus man is attended to, we'll take time out for these messages.
school sports.
Masonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Masonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Local businesses supporting local teams. Wisconsin Cheese Incorporated wishes the area teams great success in today's game. A manufacturer of high-quality cheeses since 1936, Wisconsin Cheese Incorporated understands the value of dedication and determination. They applaud our local athletes for their commitment and achievement.
Everyone deserves to feel good inside, and the experts at House of Heating know how to make you feel good inside your home with indoor comfort systems that are inside your budget. Get up to a $1,600 rebate on a qualified new Lennox system that will keep your pet and your utility bill 384-3163, or visit them on the web at houseofheating.com.
You're listening to Spencer Columbus football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer this evening. I'm Gene Delisio at Amherst. We have had the opening kickoff, but no further action because a Spencer Columbus ball player, who we believe is Lucas Ellefson, was injured on the opening kickoff, and it looks like he will be carted off the field. A Portage County ambulance is on the track behind the far sideline, and Lucas Ellefson being attended to by medical personnel as we speak. So a very difficult start for the Spencer Columbus Ball Club. We mentioned Lucas Ellefson, a starting wide receiver. Senior has caught 10 passes for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns this season. Also has 3 interceptions in the secondary. So with Lucas's injury, the Rockets will be down a couple of starters, and a stretcher now is being taken out from the ambulance onto the field to attend to Lucas Ellefson, the injured Spencer Columbus ball player. We do have another Division 5 game for you this evening on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, the matchup between Stratford and Stanley Boyd. That ball game just getting underway at Stanley at this hour. This is certainly quite a bracket here, as Spencer Columbus ranks number 5 in the state in Division 5. Amherst is number 1. Stanley Boyd ranks number 2. Stratford is unranked, but we all know about the strength of that Tiger football program. So the teams that win those 2 games this evening will face each other in the state quarterfinals next Friday evening. So Amherst and Stanley Boyd have the higher seed, so if they win, the ball games would be at their stadium. Stanley Boyd, the number 1 seed in this pool. Amherst number 2, Spencer Columbus number 3, and Stratford number 5. The Tigers knocked off the number 4 seed, Bonduelle, last week, 42-19, and the team that wins next weekend would take on either Grantsburg, Durand, Elk Mound, or Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser in the state semifinals the following weekend, November 7th. Grantsburg likely the strongest ball club up in that region, as they have the number 1 seed in that sectional. They've been ranked in the Division 6 rankings all year long, number 2 in the final Division 6 poll, so they're likely the best ball club up in that area, but some of those other teams pretty strong as well. So lots of football before we get to that level, but quite a killer sectional here between Stanley Boyd, Stratford, Spencer Columbus, and Amherst. 4 real powerhouse programs meeting in this sectional, and Spencer Columbus and Amherst meeting in this second round game this evening. Once again, Spencer Columbus standout Lucas Ellefson injured on the opening kickoff. A stretcher is on the field to attend to Lucas and get him off the field into an ambulance which is waiting nearby. So play is just underway here at Amherst High School. Spencer Columbus and Amherst in round 2 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs. And we'll come back with more from Amherst following these messages.
Chili Implement is your Gale and Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Wisconsinites know that winter is right around the corner, and now is the best time to be ready for the snow. Whether it's a walk-behind or tractor, head over to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located on County Road Y, just north of US Highway 10 in Chili.
Rail transport has grown every year since 1962. A leader in environmental initiatives, human resource practices, one of the safest providers of truckload services in the United States. At Rail, people are the power of red. We focus on delivering customer satisfaction, providing flawless transportation service, and maintaining excellent safety standards. If you'd like to be the power of red, call Rail Transport 715-591-3795, an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
Imagine going through a week without any electricity. It wouldn't be easy, would it? Every hour, every day, we rely on the electricity to power our homes, our businesses, and our schools. Marshfield Utilities, our community-owned, not-for-profit public power utility, delivers reliable, reasonably priced, safe service every hour of every day. It's good for consumers, business, our community, and the nation. Let's celebrate our public power utility.
The injured Spencer Columbus man being lifted onto a stretcher, and he will be removed from the field momentarily. Once again, we understand the player is Lucas Ellefson, starting receiver and defensive back for the Rockets. A loss to the Spencer Columbus football team. He was injured on the opening kickoff, and so that's the only play we've had so far in this ball game here in Amherst. We're 10 seconds into this second-round playoff game here in Amherst, and no score. Spencer Columbus actually took the opening kickoff out to near the 40-yard line, but the play was called back due to an illegal block in the back. And so the Rockets actually will begin their first series further upfield. At first, it was going to be the 11-yard line, and now the injured player is being wheeled off the field. Good hand from the crowd here at Amherst. And I believe they've changed that yard marker, and the ball now brought out to the 21, so a bit more palatable for the Rockets. They'll begin their first series from their own 21-yard line. And play about to resume here at Amherst. Spencer Columbus and Amherst meeting, and now that I guess they're going to move it back to the 11 anyway. The line to gain is at the 21, but the guy had the yard marker, was socializing with the first down guy at the 21s. Now he moves back to the 11. First and 10 for Spencer Columbus at their own 11-yard line as play is about to resume here at Amherst High School. Rockets send Carrick Bushman wide to the near side. Jared Mandel in the pistol. On first down, Hunter Lipke gets the call, gets tripped up after a short gain out to about the 13-yard line. Want to do some arithmetic during the ball game. Hunter Lipke needs 52 yards in this rushing for his Spencer Columbus career. Ball is on the 13 after a gain of 2. Second and 8 for Spencer Columbus at their own 13-yard line. Appears Carrick Bushman will replace Lucas Ellefson at that receiver spot for the Spencer Columbus Ball Club. He's going out wide to the far side. Hayden Bauman tight on the near side. Mandel in the pistol on second and 8. And he hands to Lipke again. Not much running room, and he's cut down at the line of scrimmage. Now you can see that the Amherst defense really keying on Hunter Lipke, as you would with any ball player who's rushed for 1,700 yards for the year. Rockets now face with 3rd and 8 at their own 13-yard line. Amherst changing some defensive personnel. They're in blue tonight. Rockets in white. Bushman comes out to the near side. Hilton in the backfield next to Mandel on 3rd and 8. Lipke goes in motion. Mandel back to pass, rolling near side, throws on the run, and the ball's dropped by Hildebrandt just across the 20-yard line, trying for an over-the-shoulder catch along the near sideline. And the ball falls incomplete. So a 4th down play now for Spencer Columbus, 4th and 8 at their own 13-yard line. And we presume the Rockets will punt the ball away in this situation. Hunter Lipke averaging 29 yards per punt on the year. Marcus Gladowski back in deep safety for Amherst near the 50-yard line. Punt is away. It's a line drive up the far sideline. Rolls to Gladowski on the Spencer Columbus 48, up the far sideline to the 30, to the 25, and out of bounds in good field position for Amherst inside the 25-yard line. So the Falcons have a short field to work with after stopping Spencer Columbus deep in their own territory. And Amherst takes over. Looks like they'll mark the ball right around the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 25. Play just underway and no score. Quarterback Marcus Gladowski leads out the Amherst attack. Bryce Holderman, a converted tackle, playing in the backfield behind Gladowski. They've had some injuries as well. On first down, Gladowski keeps it, now pitches back late to the near sideline. And Carter Zableski comes up the sideline inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line and stopped there by Bubba Post and several other Spencer Columbus ball players. Gladowski runs that option quite well, pitches late on that play, but does pick up about 7 yards on the pitch to Zableski. That's the 18-yard line, 2nd and 3 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 18. Double slot formation. Gladowski straight ahead to the fullback Holderman, but not much there. He stood up by Lipke and a couple of other Spencer Columbus defensive players on that play. Looks like Nick Hutchinson was there as well. And the fullback Holderman, we mentioned a converted tackle because of some injuries. He's playing in the backfield. He loses one on the play. It's 3rd and 4 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 19-yard line. Coach is holding up some signs on the sideline. Gladowski back on the pistol, takes the snap, and hands to Holderman again, straight ahead for about 1, and that's about it. Again, that Spencer Columbus line makes the play. Lipke on that tackle, gain of, but sets up a 4th down situation for Amherst. It's 4th and about 2.5 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 18-yard line. Rockets defense looking to make a stand here on the first Amherst possession of the evening. Signs going up on the sideline. Now Gladowski back in the pistol with Holderman behind him on 4th and 3. And it's a big gap on the near sideline for Gladowski. Gets outside at the 10-yard line, turns the corner, dives towards the pylon, and gets in for the touchdown. The quarterback, Marcus Gladowski, goes 18 yards on 4th and 3 for the score. And Amherst leads 6-0, a 4-play, 25-yard scoring drive for Amherst. Good start for the Amherst Falcons with that touchdown run by Gladowski, his 21st touchdown run of the season. Gladowski from 18 yards away. And Amherst will attempt the 2-point conversion. Gladowski takes it straight ahead and dives into the pile, and it looks like he does get in. He gets in from 3 yards away, and Amherst takes the early lead in this ballgame. 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. Our score is Amherst 8 and Spencer Columbus 0. We'll come back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
For nearly 50 years and 2 generations, Lang Furniture of Marshfield has been manufacturing furniture for retail stores all over the nation. To accomplish that job, it takes time and dedication to meet the needs of their customers. A complete team effort to get the job done. Lang Furniture thanks you for listening as these young athletes make that same team effort. Good luck to all the players and coaches. They hope you'll continue to follow that team concept throughout your life. A message coming your way from Lang Furniture of Marshfield.
The Central Wisconsin High School football playoffs allow us to recognize the accomplishments of the athletes. I'm Dr. Lori Bentz, along with Dr. Ryan Krickstrom here at Bentz Chiropractic in Marshfield. We truly appreciate the efforts made by the youngsters who compete in various sports. This message comes your way courtesy of Bentz Chiropractic, 700 East 3rd Street, Marshfield, Wisconsin. We're there when you need us.
ABC Child Care Centers LLC is a proud sponsor of Columbus Dons Athletics. They are very happy to see some of their own kids turn into fine young athletes, taking care of children 4 weeks old and
Carter Zableski kicking off for Amherst. Here's a line drive down the near sideline, bounces by Bellman, picks it back up on the 14, heading for the far sideline. Trying to turn that corner, gets to the 20, to the 25-yard line, breaks a tackle and forced out of bounds around the 28-yard line. And once again, a flag down on the play. Flag down along the far sideline. Rockets' first return was called back due to an illegal block. And we have another call against Spencer Columbus. And so the Rockets have had penalties now on the kickoff, 2 kickoffs to start this ball game. Ball was returned out to about the 35, but the flag thrown on the 24, and that means the ball goes back to the 11-yard line. The Rockets will start their second series from the same place where they began the first drive. 1st and 10, Spencer Columbus at their own 11, 8:05 remaining, first quarter. Amherst on top, 8-0. Jared Mandel in the pistol for the Rockets. Sets down the line, bobbles the snap, takes it himself, runs across the 10 to about the 15-yard line. Mandel for about 4 yards. Not sure if that was a design play or not, because he got a high snap and bobbled it, pulled it back in, and took off between guard and tackle, gains 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 for Spencer Columbus at their own 15-yard line. Rockets in white tonight. Again playing now without Lucas Ellefson, so Karak Bushman coming out wide to the near side. Ethan Meese, the tight end on the far side. Lupke lines up as a flex tight end. He goes in motion. He gets a handoff, goes off the right side for about 2 yards. The Amherst defense really looking for Hunter Lupke. He gains 2 on the play to the 17. So Spencer Columbus now faced with 3rd and 4 at their own 17-yard line. Tough start for the Rockets tonight. Mandel checking with the sidelines. Rockets would like to convert here, get away from their own goal line. 3rd and 4 for Spencer Columbus at their own 17. Bushman far side. Bauman the wing on the near side. Hildebrand in the backfield behind Mandel. Lupke goes in motion. Inside handoff to Bauman, looking for a hole. Can't get outside and spun down after a short gain. Bauman gets about 1 yard on that play on the counter, and leaves Spencer Columbus with a 4th and 3 at their own 18-yard line. It appears the Rockets will have to punt the ball once again. So again, Marcus Glodowski back in deep safety for Amherst, inside his own 45-yard line, as Hunter Lupke gets set to punt the ball away. Hunter gets a good snap, kicks it away, a high kick, and Glodowski lets this ball go out of bounds right around the Amherst 40. They'll mark it up from there, and in fact mark it way up right at the 50-yard line. So Amherst football on the 50-yard line with 5:55 remaining in the first quarter rather, and Spencer Columbus trailing Amherst 8-0. Rockets football tonight on WDLB, a service of Quality Roofing of Marshfield, Security Health Plan, and Wisconsin Cheese. The Amherst offense back on the field, led by quarterback Marcus Glodowski, who scored on an 18-yard touchdown run on a 4th down play to cap Amherst's first possession. He lines up once again with Bryce Holderman, the fullback behind him, double slot formation on 1st and 10 from the 50. Glodowski back to pass, has time, now starts to run to the near sideline with lots of room. At the 45-yard line, takes a triple hit and goes down at the 47. They'll mark him back a few yards, but Lupke and a couple of other Spencer Columbus players, Logan Zernitz, make the hit on Glodowski after a gain of 3. He's a great scrambler and has to be contained. Glodowski has rushed for 1,228 yards heading into this ball game. 2nd and 7 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 47-yard line. The Amherst coaching staff holding up signs on the near sideline. That's how they signal in their plays. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side on 2nd and 7. Gladowski back in the pistol, takes the snap and keeps it himself, gets outside with some room at the 45, dancing outside to about the 42, and stopped very nicely by Hayden Bellman in the open field. Ethan Meese there as well. Nice open field tackle on Gladowski at the 42. It's a gain of 5. The officials are conferring. We have a holding call here against Amherst. Holding against the Falcons, and so that play will come back. Had a couple of real serious infractions against Spencer Columbus on 2 kickoffs, and now a penalty called against Amherst here. Ball marked off from the Spencer Columbus 43. Holding against Amherst, and the ball placed back at the Amherst 47. So it is 2nd and 13 for Amherst at their own 47-yard line. Gladowski checking with the Amherst coaching staff, now turning back onto the field. Good crowd here. The bleacher seating is very limited, so many fans just stand along the sidelines and watch the ball game from that vantage point. Isaac Primus coming out wide to the near side. Zableski slot on the far side on 2nd and 13. Gladowski sets down the line. Zableski goes in motion. And Gladowski takes it himself, gets upended, and stopped for a loss. The Spencer Columbus defense really collapsed that line of scrimmage, and Lipke and Hutchinson combined on the tackle at the 46-yard line for a loss of 1. Well done that time by Spencer Columbus. And the Rockets have another injured ball player, Bubba Post, playing in the secondary to his knees and slow getting up. And now walking off the field under his own power. And so he'll be replaced in the Rockets secondary. And the Rockets must make a stand here. Amherst faced with 3rd and 13 at their own 47-yard line. Conversion play here for Amherst. Gladowski sets down the line. He has not attempted to throw the ball as of yet tonight. Sets down the line on 3rd and 13. Takes a snap and fades to pass. Being rushed, gets hit, spins away, heads for the far sideline, throws along the far sideline, and the ball is knocked away, incomplete. Well done defensively by the Rockets, as a Spencer Columbus man, Zach Wheeler-Savoy, cut in front of Primus and got a hand up, knocked that ball down inside the Spencer Columbus 20-yard line. Incomplete pass sets up a 4th and 13 for Amherst at their own 47-yard line. We anticipate that the Falcons will punt here, and the Rockets do send a man back in deep safety at the 20-yard line. Punt is away, and Bellman back at his own 15 calls for a fair catch. Spencer Columbus football on their own 15-yard line. 4 minutes left in the first quarter here in Amherst, and Amherst leads this ball game by a score of 8-0. Again, the Stratford and Stanley Boyd ball clubs in action tonight at Stanley in their second-round contest. Mike Warren broadcasting that game for us on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ. That game is now underway. Spencer Columbus football on their own 15-yard line. Bellman goes in motion, and the handoff goes to Hayden on the sweep outside, gets upended after a short gain. Looks like there was some room out there on the far sideline, but it closed quickly, and Zableski makes the hit on Bellman. He picks up 2 on the play. 2 yards for Hayden Bellman. Second down, 2nd and 8 for Spencer Columbus at their own 17-yard line. Rockets have not advanced the ball very far in their own territory tonight. Bushman wide far side, Meese the tight end on the near side. Bellman the wing on the near side. He goes in motion, and it's Hildebrand straight ahead, I believe, but not much there. Stopped after a very short gain. Spencer Columbus having a tough time running the ball against this Amherst defensive line. So now a 3rd and 8 for Spencer Columbus at their own 17-yard line. Jared Mandel 0 of 1 throwing the football so far tonight. Let's see what he does here. Rockets breaking the huddle. 3rd and 8 for Spencer Columbus at their own 17-yard line. Hunter Lipke wing on the far side. Mandel the pistol. Bauman goes in motion. Mandel back to pass, being rushed. Flushed out, throws near sideline. Ball knocked away, incomplete. Lipke was open, but Kladowski cut in front of him at the 25-yard line and batted that ball down, incomplete. Well done by the Amherst defensive back and quarterback, Marcus Kladowski. So once again, 3 and out for Spencer Columbus. It's 4th and 8 for the Rockets at their own 17-yard line. And we anticipate that Lipke will punt the ball away once again. Kladowski back in deep safety at his own 45-yard line. So again, Amherst should get very good field position. Lipke punting from inside his own 10. Gets a good snap and kicks a low line drive up the far sideline. Bouncing to Kladowski. He drops the football. Loose at the Amherst 45, and Spencer Columbus has it. Kladowski mishandled it, and a Rockets man falls on the football. Couldn't see who got that football, but Spencer Columbus on the muff gets the football at the Amherst 46-yard line. Big break there for Spencer Columbus. And the Rockets take over on the Amherst 46, trailing 8-0 with 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. Rockets offense back on the field. Mandel in the pistol. On first down, he hands the ball to Lipke. He gets in the secondary across the 35 to the 30, breaks a tackle, he's at the 20, and he may go all the way. Lipke in the end zone for the touchdown. Hunter Lipke, 46 yards for the score, and that will allow, I believe, Hunter Lipke to hit 4,000 yards for his high school career. Well, he's going to be about 2 yards shy. He's now at 3,998. But Hunter Lipke scores on a 46-yard touchdown run. A one-play, 46-yard drive following the muff punt. And now Spencer Columbus will go for the PAT. They'll go for 2 to tie the ball game. Hildebrand in the backfield behind Mandel. Lipke wing on the near side. He gets the handoff on the sweep, tries to get outside, turns the corner, but gets pile drive back at the 2-yard line and does not get in. So Spencer Columbus does not convert the PAT. We have 2:12 remaining in the first quarter here at Amherst, and our score is Amherst 8, Spencer Columbus 6. More football from Amherst.
Plans now for your next party at the Belvedere Supper Club, just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. For more than 40 years, the Belvedere Supper Club has been the go-to restaurant for quality food and drinks, including homemade desserts, salads made from scratch, traditional homemade dinner rolls, and so much more. Get your tickets now to see Elvis on New Year's Eve at the Belvedere Supper Club. Call today, 715-387-4161, or visit their website at belvederesupperclub.net.
Well, the muffed punt results in the first Spencer Columbus score of the night. Rockets do not convert the PAT. Hunter Lipke with that touchdown run, his 39th of the year and 77th of his Spencer Columbus football career. And we have Hunter now for 50 yards in this ball game, giving him 998 for his Spencer Columbus career. Rockets will kick off here. Evan Deeringer will kick it away. And the kick by Deeringer to the near side and grabbed by Kladowski on the 15. Fakes an exchange, is up the far sideline, across the 30, then pushed back there. Amherst football right around their own 32-yard line. 2:05 remaining in the first quarter. And And Spencer Columbus now trailing 8-6. Amherst puts the ball in play at their own 32-yard line. A couple of great ball players on the field tonight, Lupke and Glodowski, highlighting their team's offensive attack. Two receivers on the near side, one to the far side for Amherst on 1st and 10 from the 32. Glodowski takes the snap, pitches it quickly near side to Zableski, has some open field to the 35-yard line, cuts outside to the 40, hit there, spins away, then takes a big hit at the 41, and is tackled right there. Boy, a big hit on that play by Caden Schillinger. Cade with a kind of a forearm shiver at the 40-yard line. The pass to Zableski gains 8. And second down now for Amherst. 2nd and 2 from their own 40-yard line. Glodowski again sets down the line with 4 receivers. Primus goes in motion. And here's a pitch play to Primus getting outside and pulled down around the 44-yard line, that run. Isaac Primus on the run. And they'll mark him down around the 44. He gains 4 on the play. A first down for Amherst at their own 44. 1:15 remaining, first quarter. Spencer Columbus trailing 8-6. We have a stoppage as Hayden Bellman has an equipment issue. That is quickly rectified. And we'll get back to business here. 1st and 10 Amherst at their own 44-yard line. Primus and Anderson both out wide to the near side. Zableski, the dangerous receiver on the far side. Glodowski in the pistol. Holderman behind him. Glodowski fakes a pass, now throws deep down the near sideline. Primus behind the defense, drops the ball. Behind the defense at the 30. He had a step on a Spencer Columbus defender, and the ball went right through his arms, incomplete. And the Rockets get a big break on that play, as that could have been a big gainer. Instead, 2nd and 10 for Amherst at their own 44-yard line. Again, the Spencer Columbus defense watching as the Amherst ball players get their cue cards from the sideline. Primus and Anderson both out wide to the near side. Glodowski again passes near side. It's Anderson on the near sideline of the 45. He breaks a tackle and pulls down at the 50-yard line. That ball going to Chris Anderson. He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage and gains about 7 on the play. Anderson stopped at the Spencer Columbus 49-yard line. So 3rd and 3 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 49. Glodowski in the pistol. Grabs the football and hands straight ahead to his fullback Holderman. A big gain straight ahead inside the 40 for the first down. Bryce Holderman straight ahead for a big gain for Amherst. Carries down to the Spencer Columbus 38, picks up 11. And a first down for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 38. Final minute, first quarter. Spencer Columbus trails 8-6. Glodowski in the pistol once again. Takes the snap and a flag down at the snap. We have a penalty here. The officials will confer. False start against Amherst. That brings the ball back to the Spencer Columbus 43 and 15. You're listening to Spencer Columbus football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield. Amherst lines up 1st and 15 from the 43. Glodowski keeps the ball himself, tries to get outside and is tripped up at the 38-yard line. Glodowski gains about 5 on that play, tripped up there by a couple of Spencer Columbus defenders. Austin Bacon, the principal tackle man on that play. Glodowski carries for 5 back to the original line of scrimmage, the 38-yard line. 2nd and 10, and that play will likely end the first quarter here at Amherst. Spencer Columbus and Amherst meeting tonight in round 2 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs. Our score after one quarter: Amherst 8, Spencer Columbus 6. We'll come back to Amherst and the second quarter of this ball game following these messages.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
In Marshfield, we finance Wisconsin's agriculture.
ABC Child Care Centers LLC is a proud sponsor of Columbus Dons Athletics. They are very happy to see some of their own kids turn into fine young athletes, taking care of children 4 weeks old until 12 years old. Open Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Feel free to call Karen or Chris Ann at 715-387-2218 for information. ABC Child Care Centers LLC, 602 East Arnold in Marshfield.
Second quarter underway here at Amherst. Spencer Columbus trails Amherst 8-6. Falcons have the football on the Rockets' 38-yard line, 2nd and 10 as we resume play. Two receivers on either side for Amherst. And Klodowski in the pistol on 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, rolls to the near sideline, being rushed and throws on the run, too low, incomplete. Looking for Zableski just inside the 30-yard line. A strong rush on that play by Spencer Columbus linebacker Andres Rodriguez. Couldn't track down Klodowski, but forced the errant throw. Incomplete pass, and now a third down for Amherst. 3rd and 10 for the Falcons at the Spencer Columbus 38-yard line. Play being signaled in from the sidelines. Falcons all check their wristbands. And Klodowski sets down the line on 3rd and 10. Takes the snap, fades to pass, being rushed once again. Comes the near sideline, stops and throws on the run, a low throw, and the ball falls incomplete. Two Amherst receivers on the near sideline, Grahalski and Zableski. Ethan Meese and Zach Wheeler-Zavoy on the defensive coverage on that play. Incomplete pass. So now a 4th down play coming up for Amherst. 4th and 10 for the Falcons at the Spencer Columbus 38-yard line. Looks like Coach Lusick wants to go for it, sending in some new personnel now. And so the Falcons may decide to punt the ball and pin the Rockets deep in their own territory. Of course, from near the 50-yard line, a fake might be in order as well. And Spencer Columbus sending nobody back. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Ball is kicked away and bounces inside the 15-yard line, goes sideways, and then falls dead at the 12. Spencer Columbus football on their own 12-yard line. Early in the second quarter here at Amherst, and Spencer Columbus trails Amherst 8-6 in this WIAA second-round playoff game this evening. Rockets offense back on the field. They scored on their last possession after a muffed punt near midfield. Jared Mandel at quarterback for Spencer Columbus. Hunter Lipke goes in motion, and the handoff goes straight ahead to Hildebrandt out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. About 4 yards for Carson on that play. Spencer Columbus having a tough time running between the tackles tonight. Did have that one long touchdown run, a 46-yarder by Hunter Lipke. Otherwise, their ground game has been rather meager. Now faced with 2nd and 6 at their own 16-yard line. Bushman wide to the near side. Lipke, the wing, goes in motion. And the handoff once again straight ahead to Hildebrandt for that was Mandel himself straight ahead. Carries out to about the 19 and picks up 3 on that keeper straight ahead. Mandel, not a great runner. He has rushed for -3 yards coming into this ball game. It's a 3rd and about 4 for Spencer Columbus, maybe 3.5 at their own 19-yard line. Mandel throwing the football tonight, 0 of 2. Bushman to the near side. The wing on the near side on 3rd and 4 from the 19. Mandel will hand to Lupke, gets outside, gets tripped up, and falls forward and is stopped about a yard shy of the first down. Looked like he had some running room, but got tripped up and fell down on the 22. They give him a pretty good spot, but it's going to be 4th down. Lupke goes for 3. And that run does put Hunter over 4,000 for his career, and the Rockets want to go for it on 4th and less than 1 from their own 22-yard line. Mandel checking with the sidelines, still waiting, maybe trying to draw Amherst offside. 4th and less than 1 for Spencer Columbus at their own 22. Mandel still looking, and now a timeout call. Spencer Columbus will take a timeout, their first of the first half, with 9:35 remaining in the second. Amherst 8, Spencer Columbus 6. Back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
Everything you need for Medicare coverage. Oh, can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
What are you doing? You can't just take away red tape. Red tape and bureaucracy are what make this world go round. Without them, it'll be chaos.
People don't like red tape, so I take it away. But they do like red velvet cupcakes. That's not sanitary.
Everything you need for Medicare coverage. Oh, can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
Leading Stanley Boyd 14-0 in that Division 5 playoff game. The team that wins that game will play this winner in round 3 next week. Spencer Columbus on their own 22-yard line, faced with 4th and less than 1. Hunter Lupke now is back in punt formation. Nobody back for Amherst. Amherst still feels a fake might be in order here. Lupke takes the snap, and he does kick it away. And nobody back, and this is a boomer. Bounces inside the 30 to the 25-yard line and to the 21. 57-yard punt by Hunter Lupke, and Amherst takes over on their own 21-yard line. 9:25 remaining in the second quarter, and Amherst leads Spencer Columbus 8-6 in this second round playoff game here in Amherst. Amherst, the two-time defending state champions in Division 5, and they beat Spencer Columbus in the championship game in 2015. Amherst offense back on the field. Glodowski in the pistol. Grahalski and Zableski, the wideouts on the near side. Glodowski takes the snap and pitches it near side to Anderson, trying to find a hole, and he gets hit hard and bounced down around the 25-yard line, sandwiched by a couple of Spencer Columbus men. I think Hutchinson and Hildebrandt make that stop at the 25-yard line. Gain of 4 for Anderson on the play. 2nd and 6 for Amherst at their own 25-yard line. Marcus Glodowski at quarterback, 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard passer this year. And he's the one guy Spencer Columbus must contain. Holderman in the backfield behind him on 2nd and 6. Zableski goes in motion, gets the pitch, hitting for the far sideline. It's spun down, though, by Hunter Lupke. Hunter Lupke breaking a block. Knocks down Zableski back at about the 24. It's a loss of 1. Well done by Lupke, as Zableski loses a yard on the play. And now 3rd and 7 for Amherst at their own 24. See if Glodowski throws here. He is 2 of 6 for 15 yards. He's had a couple of drops tonight. May have to throw here on 3rd and 7. Glodowski with some signals from his quarterback spot. Sets down the line. Fades to pass the football, rolling to the near sideline. Throws on the run. The ball is caught at the 35-yard line for a first down. Zableski makes the catch at the 35, goes down to the 36. Gain of 12 on the play. And a first down First down for Amherst at their own 36-yard line. 7:45 remaining, first half. Amherst on top, 8-6. Gladowski in the pistol once again. Takes the snap and gives to his fullback Holderman, straight ahead for a big gain. Near the first down marker, gets about 10 on that play to the Amherst 46-yard line. Holderman rambles for 10. And that'll be another first down. First and 10 Amherst, now at their own 46-yard line. Marcus Gladowski at quarterback has a double slot here once again. Two receivers on either side. Holderman, the fullback, behind him. Gladowski calls some signals. Anderson comes in motion. And Holderman straight ahead again for about 3, decked at the 49-yard line. Hutchinson there again on that tackle. Holderman for 3 more. Holderman, as we mentioned, began the year as a tackle, was moved to running back due to injuries, and has rushed for 362 yards and 8 touchdowns this year. A 2nd and 7 for Amherst at their own 49-yard line. Double wing once again, or double slot, 2 receivers on either side. Zableski goes through in motion, gets the handoff on the jet sweep, gets outside to the 50, then gets hit hard at the 48. Flags go down, and Zableski down after a gain of 3. Very nice open field tackle on that play by the Rockets. I think that was Hutchinson again, but there's a penalty on this play, and the call appears to be against Amherst. So that'll push the Falcons back. Holding call against Amherst. Flag thrown at the Spencer Columbus 48. And so the ball comes back to the Amherst 42. And Amherst has to get to the Spencer Columbus 44 for his first down. So it's 2nd and 14 for the Falcons at their own 42-yard line. Line is down once again. Gladowski sets himself. Zableski goes in motion. And Gladowski rolling to the near sideline on a pass play. Throws across the middle. The ball's dropped by Gracholski just inside the 50. Ball thrown a bit behind him, but certainly a receivable pass. And the receiver, Gracholski, could not get in. Gracholski with only 2 catches this year. Now 3rd and 14 for Amherst at their own 42-yard line. Rockets want to stop right here. Gladowski sets up once again. 2 receivers on either side on 3rd and 14. Gladowski back to pass, throws near sideline. The ball is caught at the 50-yard line for a gain of about 8. Cole Van Nuys makes the catch and picks up 8 yards to the 50, but stopped well short of the first down. Van Nuys on the catch, his 5th of the year. It's a 4th down, 4th and 5 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 49-yard line. Hayden Bauman back in deep safety as Gladowski prepares to punt. Again, a fake might be ordered with near midfield. And it is a fake. Ball goes to Holderman to the near sideline. A lot of room with 40, 35, 30, the 20-yard line, and pulled down by Bauman inside the 20-yard line. Amherst does run the fake punt, and Holderman carries all the way down to the Spencer Columbus 19. Picks up 31 yards on the fake punt and gives Amherst a first down inside the Rail red zone. Visit rail.jobs to join the winning Rail team. Experience the power of red from Rail Transport in Marshfield. Holderman gains 31 on the fake punt, and a 1st and 10 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 19. Gladowski on first down keeps it himself to about the 15, spun down there. Taken down by Logan Zernitz right on the 15-yard line, so Gladowski gains 4. 2nd and 6 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 15-yard line. This is the 10th play in this drive. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side as well. Klodowski gets himself set, takes the snap, throws far sideline, caught by Gracholski at the 10, carries inside the 5, breaks a tackle, and carries down to about the 3-yard line. Quick pitch to Gracholski. Gains 12 yards. And a 1st and goal for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 3. 4:35 left, first half. Amherst on top, 8-6. Holderman in the backfield behind the quarterback, Klodowski. And Holderman looking for a hole straight ahead. Gets in the end, touchdown. Now that fake punt, a real killer for Spencer Columbus on this drive. Amherst 11 plays, 79 yards, and the Falcons lead 14-6. Amherst converting on a 4th and 4 thanks to a fake punt that ran for 31 yards. And Holderman has the touchdown run, his 9th of the year. Amherst will go for the 2-point conversion. And now the Falcons shift into a kicking formation. And Carter Zableski will attempt to kick the PAT. Klodowski the holder. Ball is down. Kick is away, long enough, and the kick is up, and it is good. Zableski on the PAT kick. That stops play with 4:19 remaining in the first half, and our score is Amherst 15, Spencer Columbus 6. We'll come back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
See one of the largest carpet warehouses in central Wisconsin at R&R Flooring and Furniture in Spencer. They have more than 150 rolls of carpet and vinyl in stock for you. They are now carrying woodcraft furniture, Serta lift chairs, and custom log beds. And they have a huge selection of mattresses. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays and Sundays, 10 till 1. R&R Flooring and Furniture, Highway 13 in Spencer. Good luck, SC Rockets!
Amherst expanding its lead. The Falcons up by 9. As we approach the latter stages of the second quarter here at Amherst High School. Spencer Columbus to get the football back. Bauman and Lipke back in deep safety for Spencer Columbus. Rockets have had one big play, 46-yard touchdown run by Hunter Lipke. Beyond that, their offense has been rather stagnant tonight. Zableski will kick off for Amherst. A kick by Zableski. A line drive, far side. Grabbed by Bauman at the 15. He kicks it, picks it back up at the 10 to the 15-yard line. Looking for some running room, not much there. And he'll be pulled down around the 15-yard line. Spencer Columbus has had a tough night tonight on kickoffs, penalties on the first 2 kick returns, plus an injury to Lucas Ellison on the first, and now a muff to kickoff by Bauman, and he does pick the ball back up, but only returns to the 15. 1st and 10, Spencer Columbus at their own 15-yard line, 4:10 remaining in the second quarter. Rockets offense back on the field, led by quarterback Jared Mandel. Lipke goes in motion. Lipke on the sweep, gets outside, nothing there. He'll be tripped up behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain. Amherst doing a good job defending Hunter Lipke tonight. He's been held for 53 yards and 6 carries, but 46 came on 1 run. 2nd and 10, Spencer Columbus at their own 15-yard line. Bushman to the near side. Mandel in the pistol, takes the snap, and hands the ball near side to Bauman with some room at the 15, the 20-yard line. Up the sideline, out of bounds near the 25. And Bauman should have the first down with that run. Hayden Bauman gets outside for a nice run for Spencer Columbus. Hayden right around 400 yards rushing for the year, and he carries out to the 27, picks up 12 on that play. And that will give Spencer Columbus a first down at their own 27, 3.5 left, first half. Rockets trail 15-6. Mandel in the pistol, Lepke goes in motion, and it's Hildebrand straight ahead for a nice gain, and Carson Hildebrand up to about the 34-yard line. Hildebrand for 7 yards. 7 yards for Hildebrand. 2nd and 3 for Spencer Columbus, just shy of their own 35. Rockets do have 2 timeouts remaining before halftime. Rockets taking their time. Now they break their huddle. Bushman to the near side, playing in place of Ellefson, who left the game due to injury on the opening kickoff. Mandel sets down the line. Inside handoff, Bauman coming near side, not much there. They'll gain a couple of yards, but stopped around the 37, very close to the first down. He may be short by about a half yard. The officials eyeing this one pretty carefully, and we will have a measurement here. Timeout for a measurement. Spencer Columbus football tonight on WDLB, a service of Arts Body Shop in Marshfield. If you're involved in a collision, take your vehicle to Arts Body Shop, 1702 Roddus Avenue in Marshfield. Chains coming out. And Spencer Columbus will be apparently shy of the first down by about a foot and a half. They'll have a 3rd and less than 1 at their own 36-yard line. 2:43 left, second quarter rather. Amherst leading Spencer Columbus 15-6. Rockets only score on a 46-yard touchdown run by Hunter Lipke. Hunter, with his efforts tonight, has surpassed 4,000 rushing yards for his career. We're set to resume play, 3rd and less than 1 for Spencer Columbus at their own 37-yard line. Yard markers are down, and Mandel sets down the line. Lepke goes in motion, gets the handoff, heads outside, and fights his way to the 37. And it looks like he has the first down. He does. Lepke gets 1 yard on the play. It's a first down for Spencer Columbus at their own 37-yard line. 2:35 remaining, second quarter. And Amherst leads Spencer Columbus 15-6. Correct Bushman wide to the near side. Lipke the wing on the near side. Hildebrandt the back behind Mandel in this formation. Lipke goes in motion. It's Hildebrandt getting outside for a couple, but then pushed back, and they'll mark him down, I believe, near the line of scrimmage. No gain for Hildebrandt on that play. 2nd and 10, Spencer Columbus at their own 37. Clock winding down, and 2:15 remaining before halftime. Rockets do have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Mandel only 0 of 2 throwing the football tonight. See what he does here on 2nd and 10. Jarrett fakes the handoff, back to pass, has time, throws far sideline, the ball's dropped. At the 50-yard line, a Spencer Columbus man had the football. That was Ethan Meese, I believe. Had the football at the 50-yard line, was backpedaling, though, as he received the football and lost his footing and couldn't corral it. And so the pass falls incomplete. And it's 3rd down now for Spencer Columbus. 3rd and 10 for the Rockets at their own 37-yard line. Clock down to 1:55 remaining in the second quarter. Wide out far side, that's Bushman out there. And the officials step in and take a timeout. Spencer Columbus will take a timeout, their second of the first half. We have 1:56 remaining in the second quarter, and our score is Amherst 15, Spencer Columbus 6. Back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
Just like the SC Rocket football team, the GT Roofing and Concrete team works hard to get the job done. GT Roofing and Concrete is a Wisconsin licensed contractor specializing in both residential and commercial roofing and concrete work throughout central Wisconsin. Let them give you a free estimate for your next construction project. They do snow removal as well. So call them today, 715-560-0606. That's 715-560-0606. On a great season, SE Rockets, and good luck in tonight's game from GT Roofing and Concrete.
You're listening to Spencer Columbus football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer this evening. I'm Gene Delisio in Amherst. Late in the second quarter, Spencer Columbus down by 9. Rockets have a 3rd and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Jared Mandel in the pistol. Fakes the handoff, back to pass, steps up, starts to run, gets hit, and spins away, falls forward to the line of scrimmage. So that will not be a quarterback sack as Mandel got back to the line. But it sets up a punting situation for Spencer Columbus, 4th and 10 at their own 37, and Amherst now takes a timeout. Their first of the first half with 1:45 remaining before halftime, and Amherst leading 15-6. We do have some other scores to pass along. I mentioned earlier, Stratford leads Stanley Boyd 14-0 in the first half. At halftime, Marathon leads Auburndale 8-0. Also at halftime, Edgar leads Pittsville 21-0. Boy, Auburndale hanging in there against a Marathon, only down 8-0 at halftime in that Division 6 ball game at Marathon this evening. Well, it appears that Spencer Columbus will have to punt the football back to Amherst. It's 4th and 10 for the Rockets at their own 37-yard line. They give the ball back to Amherst with 1:45 remaining in the second quarter. And Amherst has 2 timeouts before halftime. So you can bet that Amherst will be throwing a boatload of stuff at Spencer Columbus these next couple of minutes. In punt formation, Gladowski back in deep safety inside the 30-yard line. Good snap. Kick is away by Lepke, a very good kick to the near sideline. Bouncing away from Zableski inside the 25-yard line to the 20, down to the 15. So a good kick by Lepke. 1st and 10 for Amherst at their own 15, 1:35 remaining in the second quarter. And Amherst leads Spencer Columbus 15-6. Falcons have 2 timeouts remaining before halftime. And the Amherst offense, led by quarterback Marcus Gladowski, comes back on the field. And they'll be looking for a quick strike here before halftime. Kraholski and Zableski on the near side. Primus wide on the far side. Holderman in the backfield behind Gladowski. Gladowski takes the snap and runs it himself to the near sideline. No place to go, gets pulled down around the 18. That was a straight run. He took the ball, put it under his arm, and just took off to the near sideline. And stopped at about the 19. Gladowski gains 4 on that carry. 2nd and 6 for Amherst at their own 19. Gladowski now fades to, no, he's going to run it himself again to the near sideline and stepping out of bounds right around the 20-yard line. Not much of a gain, maybe the 21. Gains 2 on that play. And a 3rd and 4 for Amherst at their own 21. With the out-of-bounds play, the clock is stopped with 1:07 left in the second quarter. See what Amherst does here. 3rd and 4 Falcons at their own 21-yard line. Falcons checking their wristbands once again. Gladowski gets that line of scrimmage set. Takes his time, and now a timeout. Amherst wants a timeout. Falcons' second timeout of the first half. 1:07 remaining in the second quarter, and our score is Amherst 15, Spencer Columbus 6. We'll return to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
Kaiser Auto Sales in Spencer is celebrating their 41st anniversary in the auto sales business. That alone says a lot. When you come into Kaiser Auto Sales, Randy says the deal will speak for itself. Always paying top dollar on trade-ins. So come on down anytime and check out their nice selection of pre-owned vehicles, or feel free to visit their website at kaiseраutosales.net. Kaiser Auto Sales on Highway 13 South in Spencer is a proud sponsor of Spencer Athletics.
Spencer Columbus trying to hold Amherst at bay here in the latter stages of the second quarter. Amherst faced with 3rd and 4 at their own 21-yard line. 1:07 remaining before halftime. Amherst leads 15-6, and each team now has 1 timeout remaining prior to halftime. Amherst offense breaking the huddle and heading to the field. The ball is on the near hash mark. 3rd and 4 for the Falcons at their own 21-yard line. Two receivers on the far side. Gladowski back in the pistol. Sets himself. Takes the snap, takes off and runs, gets the first down across the 25, near sideline 30. He's in the clear at the 30 to midfield, and he may go all the way. Gladowski at the 20, the 15, the 10, and to the end zone for the touchdown. Marcus Gladowski takes off and goes 79 yards for the score. On the scoreboard once again, leading 21-6. A 3-play, 85-yard scoring drive, and just like that, Gladowski gives Amherst some extra room. 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Gladowski 79 yards on that touchdown run. That's what Coach Gorst said he feared going into this ball game. Gladowski just running himself in scramble situations, and that was quite evident right there. Amherst up by 15, and they line up to go for 2. See if they shift again. Now they do shift. And Gladowski sets up as the holder. Zableski is the kicker. Ball is down. Kick is on the way. And the kick is up and good. So Zableski puts the point through once again. 53 seconds remaining before halftime. Amherst now leads Spencer Columbus 22-6. 79 yards on that touchdown run by Gladowski. He's now carried 6 times for 108 yards for the year. Has over 1,300 rushing yards for Amherst this season and has now rushed for 22 touchdowns. Had an 18-yard rushing touchdown earlier in this ball game for Amherst. Well, the worst fears have arisen for the Spencer Columbus crew, allowing that late score by Amherst here in the latter stages of the second quarter. And Amherst up by 15 as they prepare to kick off once again. Amherst, by the way, will get the football to start third quarter. Spencer Columbus sending Lipke and Bauman back in deep safety to receive this kickoff. Just 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 1 timeout remaining for each team as Zableski prepares to kick off for Amherst. Marcus Gladowski doing it all for the Amherst Falcons in this one tonight. They've kept the ball away from Lipke on the kickoff, so we'll see if they go Bauman's way once again. Bauman now lined up on the near sideline. The kick by Zableski does come to the near side. Bouncing at the 20, and Bauman muffs it, picks it back up on the 15, heads up the sideline across the 20 to about the 22. Spencer Columbus has the football at their own 22 line before halftime, and Spencer Columbus trails 22-6. The officials are conferring, so not sure if we have an infraction here or not. There is a flag down now that we see a flag along the near sideline. Further up the field, however, is a holding call against Spencer Columbus, their 3rd holding call on the kick return tonight. And so the Rockets will begin this series very deep in their own territory once again. We've had 4 kickoffs to Spencer Columbus this evening. They've had holding violations or a block on the back on 3 of them. Spencer Columbus begins this drive at their own 12. 49 seconds remaining before halftime. And Amherst on top 22-6. Rockets line up. Jared Mandel in the pistol formation, takes the snap, and he gives to Lupke off tackle, and Hunter with a nice gain across the 20-yard line. Hunter lined up at the tailback spot on that play. He gains 10 yards. Out to the 22. And he does have the first down. They lined up Hunter at tailback rather than wing on that play. Timeout now being taken. Timeout charge to Amherst. Falcons take their final timeout of the first half. 41 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Spencer Columbus trails Amherst. Amherst on top in this ball game, 22-6. Our coverage of Rockets football this evening on WDLB, a service of the House of Heating, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, and Rail Transport of Marshfield. Please stay with us. At halftime this evening, we'll go through some other scores, all the stats, and scoring plays and preview taking place in central Wisconsin this weekend. The WIAA Cross Country Finals taking place tomorrow at the Ridges Golf Course in Wisconsin Rapids. Columbus Dons soccer team playing tomorrow in a sectional final. Stratford Tiger volleyball team playing tomorrow in a sectional final as well. We'll give you those schedules and more during our halftime break this evening. Amherst now out of timeout. Spencer Columbus has one left. Rockets line up. They have the football on their own 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Mandel hands near sideline. Here comes Bauman up the sideline on a sweep. Breaks a couple of tackles and hurls out across the 30, goes out of bounds right there. Bauman on the run out to about the 31. He'll gain 9 on that play. 2nd and 1, Spencer Columbus at 31. 34 seconds left before halftime. Bauman goes in motion. The handoff goes to Lipke on the sweep, trying to turn the corner. He does have some room across the 35 to the 37-yard line. May have lost the football there. There's a pileup. Amherst wants the ball. Players are unpiling. Lipke carried to the 37. Amherst says they have the football, and the officials agree. A fumble on the play. And Amherst has it back with 25 seconds remaining before halftime. So Amherst has one more shot at a score before the first half comes to an end. They'll put the ball in play here at the Spencer Columbus 37-yard line. 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Amherst leads 22-6. And the Falcons offense back on the field, attempting a quick score before halftime. Wadowski back in the pistol. Fades to pass the football. Has time. Throws deep along the near sideline for Zableski, and the ball is knocked away by Ethan Meese, incomplete. Meese right with Zableski on the near sideline. Had the play well defensed. We saw Ethan with a big pass interception and return for a touchdown in the Fall Creek game back the second week of the season. Knocked that ball away. Now 2nd and 10 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 37 with 17 seconds left before halftime. Amherst is out of timeouts. Zableski coming to the near sideline. He has one catch tonight. Glodowski sets down the line on 2nd and 10. Drops back to pass again. Being rushed, takes off and starts to run across the 30 to the 25-yard line, the 20. Cuts back inside the 15-yard line and pulled down inside the 15 at about the 13 with 6 seconds remaining. Glodowski runs for 24 to the 13-yard line. And Amherst can put the ball in play here from the 13-yard line. Glodowski spikes it. 2nd and 10 now for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 13. 4.5 seconds remaining before halftime. So Amherst trying for a quick score here. The Amherst kicker, Zabluski, does have one field goal this year. If they tried it from here, it'd be about 30 yards. They will try for the score, though. 2nd and 10 Amherst from the Spencer Columbus 13. 4 seconds left in the second quarter. Gladowski sets down the line. Fakes a handoff over to the far sideline. Lots of room out there. He's at the 10, the 5-yard line, cuts back inside and scores for Amherst. They overloaded the near sideline. That far side was wide open, and Gladowski, with his great quickness, was able to elude a couple of tacklers and get in the end zone for a score. 4-play, 37-yard scoring drive, and Amherst leads 28-6 with no time on the clock. Gladowski now 8 carries, 145 yards, and 3 touchdowns here in the first half. Amherst with 3 touchdowns in the final 4:19 of the second quarter. Zableski again to attempt to kick the PAT. The clock has expired. There's no time on the clock, so this will be the final play of the half. Ball is placed down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is up, and it is good. And that play ends the first half of football here at Amherst. And that fumble recovery resulting in an Amherst score. Spencer Columbus down 8-6 midway through the second quarter, but then 3 rushing touchdowns for Amherst, including a 79-yarder by the quarterback Gladowski in the final 4:19 of that second period. And Amherst has built a big halftime lead here at Amherst High School. Amherst and Spencer Columbus meeting tonight in round 2 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs. Once again, the team that wins this ball game will face Stanley Boyd or Stratford in the finals next Friday evening. If it's Stratford versus Amherst, that ball game would be here. If it's Stanley Boyd and Amherst, that game would be at Stanley. We'll update you on some other scores during our halftime program in just a few moments. By the way, more details on the WIAA football playoffs during our On Sports program tomorrow at 10 a.m. right here on AM 1450 WDLB and on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ, as well as WDLB, WOSQ.com. Our halftime score here at Amherst is Amherst 29, Spencer Columbus 6. We'll come back with our halftime program from Amherst following these messages.
During the last 50 years, Wisconsin Homes has earned the reputation of building some of the finest homes in the Midwest. As a family-owned business, they know the importance of creating a strong relationship with their customers and maintaining the highest level of trust. A free tour to see for yourself the quality they deliver. To learn more about building a new home or working at Wisconsin Homes, visit their website at wisconsinhomesinc.com. Wisconsin Homes is a proud sponsor of Columbus Dons Athletics.
McDonald's new buttermilk crispy tenders are so crispy, juicy, and delicious they could pass for my own. So I will. Pass them for my own, I mean. I shouldn't be making chicken at my age, and I got things I'd rather be doing. Marianne! Do you hear that? The hot tub is calling my name.
Introducing McDonald's Buttermilk Crispy Tenders, made with 100% white meat and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. They're not grandma's, but she's okay with that. At participating McDonald's.
When your car has gone its last mile, take it to First Choice Recycling in Spencer and cash in today. First Choice Recycling wants your vehicle. They pay top prices for your junk cars and trucks and all metals. Aluminum, copper, brass, iron, whatever metals you have laying around, round them up and make First Choice your first stop. First Choice Recycling open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays till noon. Offering small-town friendly service now under new ownership at their new location just off of Highway 13 on Willow Drive in Spencer.
The Amherst Falcons, two-time defending state champions in Division 5, playing quite well here in the first half of this ball game, especially the latter stages of that second quarter. The Falcons pushing across 3 touchdowns in the final 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the second quarter to build a 23-point lead here at the halftime break. I want to remind you that our coverage of Spencer Columbus football this evening on WDLB, a service of the Baltus Bread and Butter Shops in Marshfield, when you gas up at the Tigers or Don's gas pumps on North Central Avenue in Marshfield next to Walgreens, 2 cents per gallon is given to the Marshfield or Columbus school systems. That's at the Columbus Dons or Marshfield Tigers Pride pumps at the Balthus Bread and Butter Shop at next to Walgreens on North Central Avenue in Marshfield. Once again, we're in Amherst tonight for round 2 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs here in Amherst. Spencer, Columbus, and Amherst squaring off in the second round contest this evening. Our score at the halftime break is Amherst 29, Spencer, Columbus 6. Back with more of our halftime program from Amherst following these messages.
Take on your toughest snow removal jobs with a Kubota B-Series tractor. With a powerful Kubota diesel engine, you can add an optional snow blade or PTO front-mounted blower and throw back whatever nature throws at you. Now get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 84 months. Plus, get great customer instant rebate and 2 qualifying implements. Now through December 31st, 2017. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Your Kubota dealer is Chili Implement Company in Chile. You may not know much about Bear Creek Canvas and Spencer, but there's a pretty good chance you've seen their work. Bear Creek Canvas specializes in custom-made canvassing for pop-up campers of virtually any make, model, or year. Their canvas campers can be seen at parks throughout the U.S. from Yosemite to Yellowstone and closer to home in one of Wisconsin's beautiful campgrounds. Their customers agree that Bear Creek Canvas replacement tops are even better than the original tops. If your pop-up camper has seen better days, give them a call in Spencer or go to BearCreekCanvas.com. Bear Creek Canvas, a proud supporter of area athletes. Good luck in the football playoffs.
Hi, I'm Eric Strawman, president of the Columbus Dons Booster Club. Our vision is to grow the top athletic teams in central Wisconsin in sportsmanship, participation, and victories. We raise funds through membership dues, donations, raffles, merchandising sales, concessions, and a variety of other activities. The funds raised directly benefit every sport at Columbus Catholic. Contact Joe Konieczny at Columbus High School at 387-1177 to become a Booster Club member today.
Spencer, Columbus, and Amherst meeting tonight in round 2 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs at Amherst. Amherst on top at halftime, 29-6. Our scoring recap here at halftime, a service of Ag Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities throughout central Wisconsin. Why the Spencer Ellison was injured and taken off the field on a stretcher, and so he has not played since that opening kickoff. And the Rockets got the ball on their own 11 to start play tonight, could not move it, and punted out to Amherst, and a good return by the Falcons gave them the football on the Spencer Columbus 25-yard line. The Falcons scored 4 plays later on a touchdown run of 18 yards by quarterback Marcus Gladowski. Gladowski then ran in the 2-point conversion, and Amherst led 8-0 with 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. Spencer Columbus then punted on their next possession, but the punt was muffed by an Amherst return man, and that gave the ball to Spencer Columbus on the Amherst 46-yard line. Hunter Lepke then ran the ball in from the 46 on the Rockets' first play from scrimmage, a 1-play, 46-yard scoring drive. Spencer Columbus did not convert the PAT, but the Rockets trailed 8-6 with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. And things stayed that way until well past the halfway mark of the second quarter, and then Amherst really went to work with 3 consecutive scores in the latter stages of the second quarter. Following a Spencer Columbus punt, the Falcons went 79 yards in 11 plays and scored on a touchdown run of 3 yards by Bryce Holderman. Holderman had the key play on that drive as Amherst had a 4th and 3 near midfield, went for a fake punt, and Holderman carried the ball inside the 20-yard line on that play and then scored himself moments later to give Amherst a 15-6 lead after Zableski kicked the PAT. Amherst got the ball back after a Spencer Columbus punt on the Rockets' next possession, and this time the Falcons went 85 yards in just 3 plays, scoring their on a 79-yard run by the quarterback Gladowski. Again, Zableski kicked the PAT, and Amherst led 22-6 with 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Spencer Columbus again got the ball, but a fumble by the Rockets gave the ball back to Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 37-yard line. The Falcons moved the ball down to the Spencer Columbus 13 with just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. And on a designed run, the quarterback Gladowski went around the left side. The Amherst offensive overloaded the right side. Gladowski went left and had easy time getting in the end zone for the touchdown run. 4-play, 37-yard touchdown drive. Zableski again on the PAT, and Amherst led 29-6. That was the final play of the first half. And so those last few moments of the second quarter, a real disaster for Spencer Columbus as they trailed 8-6 midway through the second quarter, but find themselves down 29-6 here at the halftime break. Our halftime scoring recap, once again, a service of Ag Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities throughout central Wisconsin. And we'll come back and take a look at the first half stats in this ball game following these messages.
Your wedding anniversary, it's a special celebration, and a special celebration calls for nothing but the best. Premium Hefco roses. Hi, this is Liz from Hefco Floral Company, reminding you not to forget that special day and to make it memorable with beautiful long-stem fresh roses. Call 387-1129 today and order our premium Hefco roses. Hefco Floral Company, open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturdays 8 till noon. Hefco's, your florist. We help you celebrate your life.
You probably don't think too much about your floors, right? But when they need replacing or you want something different, quality, affordability, durability, and design are probably all you think about. Rest assured, you'll find all those things and more at Rice's Capital Carpet in Marshfield. Whether you're looking for hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, waterproof flooring, or even window treatments, Rice's Capital Carpet has one of the largest inventories in the area. Let one of the friendly and knowledgeable sales staff at Rice's Capital Carpet put flooring under your feet that you can't stop thinking about. Visit them on Facebook or online at ricerug.com.
Culver's chicken tenders are a family favorite. Brittany, I know you're particular about what the boys eat.
Of all the things I love at Culver's, chicken tenders rank high on my list. It's not pressed, it doesn't have fillers in it, it's a whole piece of chicken.
You know, chicken tenders are the true tenderloin of the breast.
When you bite into it, it's like you're biting into an actual chicken breast that you just made at home.
If it's not good enough for my family, it's not good enough.
That's a good rule to live by.
Culver's on Central and Upham in Marshfield.
Welcome to Delicious.
You're listening to Spencer Columbus football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer this evening. I'm Gene Delisio at Amherst. Our halftime score in this WIAA Division 5 second round playoff game is Amherst 29 and Spencer Columbus 6. Let's review the first half stats in this ball game. A service of the people for whom numbers matter the most. Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. First half stats in this ball game for Amherst. Quarterback Marcus Gladowski has carried 8 times for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns. Touchdown runs of 79, 18, and 13 yards. He also has another run of 24. Bryce Holderman, 6 carries for 55 yards and 1 touchdown. Zableski, 2 carries for 6. And Chris Anderson, 2 carries for 8. Amherst 212 yards of rushing tonight. Gladowski 5 of 11 for 43 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Cole Van Nuys has 1 catch for 4. Carter Zableski 1 catch for 8. Chris Anderson 1 catch for 7. Zableski has 2 catches for 20, and Graholski 1 catch for 12. For Spencer Columbus, Hunter Lepke, 9 carries, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. With that performance in the first half, Hunter Lepke surpasses 4,000 yards rushing for his Spencer Columbus career. Hayden Bauman, 4 carries for 25. Carson Hildebrand, 4 carries for 11. Jared Mandel, 3 carries for 7. Mandel, 0 of 3 throwing the football tonight. So Amherst 212 rushing yards. Spencer Columbus 113. Amherst 43 passing yards. Spencer Columbus 0. Total yardage, Amherst 255, Spencer Columbus 113. And at halftime, our score once again, Amherst 29, Spencer Columbus 6. Now we'll come back and review some other WIAA playoff scores following these messages.
After the game, people get together and talk about it at Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer. Locals all know the place with funny name has been voted best burger in Marshfield for many years running in the Best of Marshfield survey. That same quality and service is available at Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer. Ask about the Nuts Deep Give Back fundraising opportunities where you can get a portion of the proceeds just for friends and family being there. Don't forget Nuts Deep for the best breakfast too, from 8 to 11 Monday through Saturday, 7 to 11 on Sunday. Omelets made to order plus lunch and dinner specials too at Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
Northside Computers at 907 South Central Avenue in Marshfield will design and build a computer specifically for you. A great idea for gift giving. Take record keeping a breeze. Northside Computers in Marshfield offers a full line of custom-built computers and accessories. Designed and built by local technicians and come with a 3-year parts and labor warranty. Check for yourself at Northside Computers, a proud sponsor of the WIAA High School Football Playoffs at 907 South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Gift certificates available too.
ABC Child Care Centers LLC is a proud sponsor of Columbus Dons Athletics. They are very happy to see some of their own kids turn into fine young athletes, taking care of 4 weeks old until 12 years old. Open Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Feel free to call Karen or Chris Ann at 715-387-2218 for information. ABC Child Care Centers LLC, 602 East Arnold in Marshfield.
Halftime here at Amherst. Amherst leads Spencer Columbus in this WIAA second round playoff game 29-6. The team that wins this game will face Stratford or Stanley Boyd in round 3 next Friday night. And that ball game now underway at Stanley. At halftime, Stratford leads Stanley Boyd 21-0. Other scores in from this evening at halftime. Edgar leads Pittsville 21-0. At halftime, Marathon leads Auburndale 8-0. That score perhaps a bit closer than people would think, but Marathon on top over Auburndale 8-0 at the halftime break. Once again here in Amherst, Spencer Columbus trails Amherst at the halftime break 29-6. We'll come back to Amherst and third quarter action following these words. Visit the WIAA website to access all the tournament pairings and scores, as well as association news, resources, and information on health and safety issues, sportsmanship, rules and regulations, and materials that help promote and maintain the proper perspective for interscholastic sports. It's all available at www.wiaawi.org. This message from the WIAA.
During the last 50 years, Wisconsin Homes has earned the reputation of building some of the finest homes in the Midwest. As a family-owned business, they know the importance of creating a strong relationship with their customers and maintaining the highest level of trust. Stop by their model home village across from the YMCA in Marshfield for a free tour to see for yourself the quality they deliver. To learn more about building a new home or working at Wisconsin Homes, visit their website at wisconsinhomesinc.com. Wisconsin Homes is a proud sponsor of Columbus Dons Athletic.
No need to heat the whole house when you feel a chill. Get comfort and efficiency with a Cozy Heat gas fireplace from Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. The Cozy Heat Carlton, the perfect selection for your home to reduce energy and heating costs. The Carlton 46 lets you control the flame appearance, heat output, fan speed, and accent lighting, all with a fully functional remote. The Cozy Heat Carlton, the perfect selection in a gas fireplace for your home. See it at Sternweiss & Sons, 400 East Arnold, Marshfield.
We just updated some of those other scores. Stratford now leading Stanley Boyd in the third quarter, 28-0. And Edgar leading Pittsville in the third quarter, also 28-0. Here at Amherst, Amherst leads Spencer Columbus at halftime, 29-6. And Amherst will get the football to start the third quarter. Amherst, the two-time defending state champions. They've won the Division V state championship 3 of the last 5 years and lost the state final to Stanley Boyd, lost the state semifinals to Stanley Boyd. One of those years lost the state championship game to Lancaster in the other year. So they've been in the semifinals at least each of the last 5 years, and to the championship game 4 of the last 5, winning 3 of those matchups. Cool evening here in central Wisconsin, but fans are dressed warmly and enjoying the night, watching football. Spencer Columbus fans not real excited right now as the Rockets are down by 23 here at the halftime break, and Amherst will get the football to begin the second half. Marcus Glodowski and Isaac Primus back in deep safety for Amherst at the goal line to our left, as Evan Deeringer prepares to kick off for Spencer Columbus from the near hash mark. Rockets getting set on the field. Again, the Rockets suffered a big blow on the opening kickoff when Lucas Ellefson was injured, removed from the ball game on a stretcher. And that's a two-way starter, a key man offensively and defensively for this Rockets ball club. Derringer now kicking off for Spencer Columbus. And we're set to begin the second half here in Amherst. Here's the kick, a short pooch kick along the far sideline, bouncing out of bounds around the 35. Derringer pooching one along the far sideline, going the opposite way, went from the near hash mark to the far sideline, out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. That's where Amherst will put the ball in play. 1st and 10 Falcons at their own 35 as we start the second half, and Spencer Columbus trailing Amherst 29-6. Amherst offense back on the field, led out by quarterback Marcus Glodowski, who ran for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half of this ball game. Glodowski lines up in the pistol. 2 receivers on the near side. Holderman, the fullback, behind him. Primus comes through in motion. High snap, and Glodowski runs the football near side to the 40, to the 50-yard line, up the near sideline. 1 man to beat it. Glodowski up the near sideline for another touchdown. Marcus Glodowski, 65 yards on the first play from scrimmage here in the third quarter, and Amherst leads 35-6. 13 seconds into the third quarter, and Glodowski scores again on a 65-yard touchdown run, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. We now have Glodowski for 210 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Again, Amherst lines up in a 2-point set, and now they'll shift into a kicking formation with Sobleski to kick the ball. High snap, ball down, kick is on the way, a low kick, but it does get through and the kick is up and good. So Amherst scores on their first play of the third quarter. We now have 11:47 left in the third period, and our score is Amherst 36, Spencer Columbus 6. Back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
Local businesses supporting local teams. Discussion. Dedication and determination. They applaud our local athletes for their commitment and achievement.
Well, the Columbus Rockets now down by 30 early in the second half after another long touchdown run by the quarterback, Marcus Glodowski. The Rockets have not contained his quickness. He's now rushed for 210 yards and 4 touchdowns in this ball game. Spencer Columbus will get the football back, while the Rockets down midway through the second quarter, just 8-6. But Amherst with 4 unanswered touchdowns now in a span of about 4.5 minutes of clock time. Zableski to kick off for Amherst. Lupke and Bauman back in deep safety for Spencer Columbus at the 15-yard line. Zableski gets his signal, and here is his kick to the field. Lupke has it on the 15-yard line, 20, 25, up the near sideline, 30, to the 40-yard line. Hunter has some room to midfield, cuts back inside, breaks the tackle to 30. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, and in the end zone for the touchdown. Hunter Lupke, 85 yards on the score. He also returned a kickoff 80 yards against Altoona for a touchdown. That one about 85 yards. And Spencer Columbus on the scoreboard, trailing 36-12. So we've had 2 touchdowns in the first 29 seconds of the second half. Hunter Lupke, 85 yards on that score. Hunter now has 2 long touchdowns tonight, the 85-yard kick return and a 46-yard run from scrimmage. Rockets now down by 24, and they'll attempt a 2-point conversion. Mandel in the pistol, Hildebrandt behind him. Lupke goes in motion. Hunter gets the carry, gets stood up though and dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So Spencer Columbus answers with a quick touchdown here in the third quarter. We have 11:31 remaining in the third period on our score now. Amherst 36, Spencer Columbus 12. We'll come back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
Make plans now for your next party at the Belvedere Supper Club, just north of Marshfield on Highway 97. For more than 40 years, the Belvedere Supper Club has been the go-to restaurant for quality food and drinks, including homemade desserts, salads made from scratch, traditional homemade dinner rolls, and so much more. Get your tickets now to see Elvis on New Year's Eve at the Belvedere Supper Club. Call today, 715-387-4161, or visit their website at belvederesupperclub.net.
2 touchdowns in the first 29 seconds of the second half on 2 long runs. A 65-yard run from scrimmage by the Amherst quarterback Ladowski, and then an 85-yard kickoff return by Hunter Lupke of Spencer Columbus. Rockets still, though, down by 24 early in the second half. Spencer Columbus preparing to kick off once again. And the Falcons have 10 men within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. 1 man back deep at about the 25-yard line. Amherst anticipating an onside kick here. Evan Deeringer kick for Spencer Columbus. He's going to kick it to the near sideline. Bouncing around, the ball loose just inside the 50. There's a big pile up there. Each team claiming possession. The officials will sort this out. Ball's at the Amherst 49. We do not know yet who has the football, however. And the officials point Amherst's way. Amherst does recover the onside kick. And the Falcons have the football on their own 49-yard line early in the third quarter. And Amherst leading 36-12 in this Division 5 second-round playoff game. Amherst offense on the field once again, led out by quarterback Marcus Gladowski. He's only thrown for 43 yards tonight, but has rushed for 210 and 3 touchdowns. Well, make that 4 touchdowns. He scored touchdowns on 3 of his last 4 carries. Gladowski back on the pistol on 1st and 10 from his own 49-yard line. Man goes in motion. Gladowski takes the snap and runs himself. Gets caught up in traffic, cuts back to the inside, then gets sandwiched back at the 46 and taken down for a loss. A Spencer Columbus man came in to make that play and turn that play back inside. And Gladowski had no place to go. He goes down back at the 46 and actually loses 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13 for Amherst at their own 46-yard line. Joshua Bandy in the ballgame as a receiver on the near side. Gladowski takes it himself once again, fakes the pitch, carries for a couple of yards, and then decked by Zach Wheeler-Savoy at the 49-yard line. A couple of other players on that one. Cody Dirks there as well. Gladowski runs for 3 back to the 49. And 3rd and 10 for Amherst rather, at their own 49-yard line. Rockets want to make a stop here, get the ball back. 3rd and 10 from the 49. Gladowski back in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, fades to pass, being rushed. There's a screen pass far side, caught at the 45-yard line and carried inside the 35-yard line, up the far sideline to the 20, the 15, the 10, near the goal line, and in the end zone for a touchdown. There may be a flag down on the play. Looks like there is. A man without a proper uniform number makes the catch and went 51 yards on the screen pass. Will come back because the Amherst Ball Club had an ineligible man downfield. So that play comes back, that 51-yard screen pass called back. That ball went to a player whose name is not identified in the program, which we always enjoy. And now the ball placed back at the 45-yard line. And I believe that may be loss of down as well. 3rd and 14 now for Amherst at their own 45-yard line. That was Holderman, my mistake. That was Holderman, the fullback, who made the catch on that play. And Gladowski now fades to pass, steps up, throws deep along the far sideline. The ball is caught by Anderson, who falls forward into the 20-yard. That was Primus, rather. Primus makes the catch to the 22-yard line for the first down. 33 yards on that pass play to Isaac Primus. And a first down for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 22. 9:45 remaining, 3rd quarter. Amherst on top, 36-12. Big pass play there. That's their longest pass play of the night, 33-yarder. Gladowski back in the pistol. Anderson comes in motion, and he keeps the ball on the option, tries to get outside, spins away from tacklers, and gets hit hard at the 21, stopped after a short gain. Gladowski 1 yard on that play. 2nd down coming up now. Ball is on the 16-yard line. Gladowski's done quite a job for this Amherst Ball Club tonight. Gladowski again in the pistol, hands to Holderman straight ahead, run to his own blocker, breaks a tackle, gets in the end zone for the touchdown. Holderman breaking tackles, goes 16 yards for the score. Amherst on the scoreboard once again. 5-play, 51-yard scoring drive for the Falcons, who now lead 42-12. And Amherst has been unstoppable since the midway point of the 2nd quarter. Holderman scores his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Zableski again on the PAT try. Ball is down, kick on the way, up, and it is good once again. Now 8:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Our score is Amherst 43, Spencer Columbus 12. We'll come back to Amherst and more football in just a moment.
Business insurance. If you own a business, you need coverage. Talk to the experts at Schwartz Insurance. Over 90 years experience and 3 generations of family ownership. Let Schwartz manage your business insurance program. Schwartz Insurance.
Be Sure. Check out Schwartz at BeSureOnline.com. That's BeSureOnline.com. Or call 387-1130. Schwartz Insurance. Be Sure.
Stratford Tigers expanding their lead after 3 quarters in Stanley. Stratford 31, Stanley Boyd nothing. Here in Amherst, we're approaching the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Amherst now on top 43-12. And the Falcons kicking off once again. Amherst has scored 5 touchdowns since the 4:19 mark of the 2nd quarter. About 8 minutes of clock time, they've reeled off 5 touchdowns. Spencer Columbus to get the football back. Zableski kicking off. Lipke and Bauman back deep. Lipke returned the last kickoff for a score. Here's a line drive down the middle. Comes to Bauman on the 20. Near sideline 25, trying to turn the corner. Has the seam at the 30, to the 35, and pulled down right there. Spencer Columbus football. Right on the 45-yard line. 8:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And Amherst on top in this ball game, 43-12. Hey, don't forget that 8-man football jamboree taking place tomorrow at Steam Stadium in Schofield. 4 8-man football games up there tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Newman faces Luck in the final game of the day at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. 1st and 10, Spencer Columbus at the 35-yard line. Hildebrand straight ahead for a nice gain across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Carson Hildebrand straight ahead for 12. And a first down for Spencer Columbus at their own 47-yard line. First ball game of the day up there, 10 o'clock tomorrow. Siren faces Alma Central.
Quality Roofing.
1st and 10, Spencer Columbus at their own 47. Mandel back to pass. Goes to the far sideline, still has the football. Flags go down, and Mandel spun down back around the 35-yard line. And a flag down on the play as well. Mandel sacked back at the 35. If that play stands, that's a 12-yard loss. And the first sack by either ball club today. Holding against Spencer Columbus. And so Amherst will decline that call. It's a 12-yard loss on the sack back to the 35. So it's 2nd and 22 for Spencer Columbus at their own 35-yard line. Rockets break the huddle, moving from right to left offensively here in the 3rd quarter. Mandel stands in the pistol, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the far side, throws on the run to Hildebrand for a short gain. Carson pulled down at the 39-yard line, picks up 4 on that play. First pass completion for Spencer Columbus tonight. Hildebrand's 8th catch of the year. He had 3 catches for 62 yards against Oconto a week ago. But now 3rd and 17 for Spencer Columbus at their own 40. Bushman to the near side, Lipke the wing on the near side, Hildebrand in the backfield, and Mandel back in the pistol. Takes the snap, back to pass, lobs near side to Bellman on the quick flat pass at the 40-yard line, breaking tackles at the 45 and pulled down there. Nice open field tackle by Primus at the 45-yard line. Bauman for about 6 on that play.
Tackle made by number 22, Isaac Primus. 4th down.
Hayden Bauman on the catch. His 6th of the year. But 4th and 12 for Spencer Columbus at their own 45. Hunter Lipke on the punt once again. Ball is near midfield, so a fake is a possibility. Amherst has no one back in this situation. Lipke takes the snap. He is kicking. Line drive up the near sideline, bouncing inside the 20, inside the 10, and rolling dead at the 7-yard line. 48-yard punt by Hunter Lepke. And Amherst has the ball back deep in their own territory with 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. And Amherst on top in this ball game, 43-12. Amherst puts the ball in play from deep in their own territory, their own 7-yard line. Looking more and more like Stratford Tigers will advance, leading Stanley Boyd after 3, 31-0. So if this score here stands, Stratford would come right back here next Friday night to play Amherst. 1st and 10 Amherst from their own 7-yard line. Klodowski deep in his own territory, takes the snap, hands to, keeps to himself, gets hit in the backfield, spins away, heads the opposite way, tries to turn the corner, carries across the 10 to the 15-yard line. Klodowski, very dangerous, hit the backfield back inside the 5, but got away from tacklers, reversed his field, and carried out to the 15-yard line, gained 8 on that run. 2nd and 2 for Amherst at their own 15-yard line. Anderson wing on the far side, asking what the play is. Klodowski now gets set. Takes the snap and keeps it himself. Spins away from tacklers again. Cuts back inside the 20 and across the 25 to the 27. And leveled there, but he'll have the first down. Klodowski carries for about 12. Picks up the first down at the 27-yard line. 235 rushing yards for Klodowski tonight. 1st and 10 Amherst at their own 27, 5.5 remaining, third quarter. Amherst leads 43-12. Rockets defense hit hard here in this second and third quarter. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Klodowski sets himself once again, takes the snap, and keeps it himself. Now hands off late to his fullback Holderman. Off the right side out to about the 37. Picks up about 10 more on that play. And that's another first down for Amherst. 65 rushing yards for Holderman tonight. 1st and 10 Amherst at their own 37. May not see Klodowski pass the ball very much from here on in. Amherst killing some time here. Clock down to 4:50 remaining in the third quarter. Klodowski again sets down his line of scrimmage. Takes the snap and gives to Holderman again. Breaking tackles across the 45 and tossed out of bounds at the 47. Holderman with 10 more. And Amherst gaining yardage at an alarming rate here. Runs at 8, 12, 10, and 10 on this possession. 2nd and less than 1 for Amherst at their own 47-yard line. Coaching staff again up with their cards, their placards to indicate the play. Klodowski now makes sure everybody has the play correct. 2nd and less than 1 from the 47-yard line. Gracholski in motion. And straight ahead, Zableski for the first down across the 40, breaks in the secondary again, pulled out of the 31-yard line. Klodowski carries for a big gain once again. And finally tackled at the Spencer Columbus 31. He gains 22 more. We now have Klodowski for 257 rushing yards tonight. 1st and 10 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 31. Amherst leads 43-12, 4:20 left in the third quarter. A lot of Klodowski. He's carried the ball 15 times from scrimmage tonight. Takes the snap. It's Holderman straight ahead once again across the 30. Inside the 25-yard line down to about the 21. Maybe the 22. Holderman for 9 on that play. He's now rushed for 84 yards. 2nd and 1 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 22. Some big yardage for Amherst here in the second half. Amherst rushing in a new ball player real fast. Mason Peterson comes in to play wide receiver. 2nd and 1 Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 22. And Glodowski to Holderman straight ahead, upended at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for maybe 1 yard. Some nice penetration on that play by Andres Rodriguez. But Holderman does have the first down at the 20-yard line. Gains 2 on the play. And a 1st and 10 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 20. 3:15 remaining, third quarter. And Amherst leads 43-12. Amherst now has the ball inside the Rail Red Zone. Visit rail.jobs and experience the power of red with rail transport in Marshfield. 1st and 10 for Amherst, right on the Spencer Columbus 20-yard line. Glodowski sets himself, and it's Holderman straight ahead for a few yards. Tripped up by Rodriguez and a couple of other Spencer Columbus players at the 18. Holderman runs for 2 more. 2nd and 8 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 18. Amherst taking their time between plays here. Kill as much of the clock as they can. And here's a quick pitch to the far sideline, caught by Zableski. Gets away from a couple of tacklers, but finally grabbed after a short gain and pushed down. Marked down around the 14-yard line, looks like. And that play gains 4 for Zableski. 80 passing yards now for Glodowski. 3rd and 4 for Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 14-yard line. Holderman in that backfield behind Glodowski. And Glodowski grabs it, runs it near side, fakes the pitch, tries to get outside, cuts back to the inside the 10 to the 5-yard line, and he'll score once again. Glodowski on the 14-yard touchdown run. 10-play, 93-yard scoring drive for Amherst, and the Falcons lead 49-12. 3 touchdowns for Amherst here in the third quarter. Glodowski with 5 rushing touchdowns in this ball game. That one from 14 yards away. Gives him, by our count, 271 rushing yards tonight. And 5 touchdowns. Zableski to attempt to kick the PAT. Ball is down, kick is away, but the kick is no good. Extra point no good, 1:32 remaining quarter. And Amherst now leads Spencer Columbus 49-12. We'll come back to Amherst following this message.
Quality Roofing, Marshfield, Wisconsin. Is
everything you need for Medicare coverage. Oh, can't forget the red tape.
I'll take that.
What are you doing? You can't just take away red tape. Red tape and bureaucracy are what make this world go round. Without them, it'll be chaos.
People don't like red tape, so I take it away. But they do like red velvet cupcakes. That's not sanitary.
To Spencer Columbus football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer tonight. I'm Gene Delisio at Amherst. Late in the third quarter, Amherst now leads Spencer Columbus 49-12. So we should have a run clock situation here at Amherst. Something we did not expect tonight, but Amherst has done a good job against this Rockets ball club. Here's the kick. The the far sideline past Bauman and rolls out of bounds. We understand Stratford now leads Stanley Boyd in the third quarter, 38-0, and Marathon has won its game with Auburndale. Marathon defeating Auburndale tonight at Marathon 26-6. So Marathon moves on to round 3 of the Division 6 football playoffs. Spencer Columbus has the football on the out-of-bounds kick at their own 35-yard line. The clock is now rolling, 60 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Amherst leading 49-12. Jared Mandel at quarterback for Spencer Columbus. And he'll give to Lepke straight ahead of that tailback spot. Hunter across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And Lepke picks up 11 to give Spencer Columbus a first down. Hunter now with 81 rushing yards tonight. And 1 touchdown plus a kickoff return for a score. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. 1st and 10, Spencer Columbus at their own 46-yard line. Lepke stays in the tailback spot for the Rockets. Mandel gives it to Hunter straight ahead for a couple of yards, then pushed back after a short gain. And that play will end the third quarter here at Amherst High School. Our score in this WIAA Division 5 playoff contest: Amherst 49, Spencer Columbus 12. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment.
Kaiser Auto Sales in Spencer is celebrating their
Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Its last mile. Take it to First Choice Recycling in Spencer and cash in today. First Choice Recycling wants your junk vehicle. They pay top prices for your junk cars and trucks and all metals. Aluminum, copper, brass, iron, whatever metals you have laying around, round them up and make First Choice your first stop. First Choice Recycling open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays till noon. Offering small town friendly service now under new ownership at their new location just off of Highway 13 on Willow Drive in Spencer.
Spencer Columbus has the football as we start the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9, Rockets at their own 47-yard line. Rockets line up and Mandel hands off to Hildebrand straight ahead for about 3 yards to the 50. Some other scores: Edgar defeats Pittsfield tonight in a Division 7 contest, 35-0. Again, Marathon a winner over Auburndale tonight, 26-6. So both Auburndale and Edgar advance, and Stanley Boyd now trailing Stratford in the third quarter, 38-0. 3rd and 7, Spencer Columbus from the 50. Mandel hands to Lepke on the sweep, gets outside 45, the 40, and pulled down around the 38. Hunter Lepke outside for 12 yards and a first down for Spencer Columbus at the Amherst 38-yard line. We're early in the fourth quarter here in Amherst, and Amherst leads Spencer Columbus 49-12 in this Division 5 playoff contest. Lepke now approaching 100 yards rushing tonight. Mandel from the pistol hands the ball off to Bellman on the sweep to the near side. No place to go. A flag down behind the play. And Bellman out of bounds at about the 38. Virtually no gain on the play. But there's a penalty flag as well. Holding call here against Spencer Columbus. So it appears that we'll be right back here next Friday night with Stratford and Amherst in round 3 of the Division 5 playoffs after Stratford making a quick work of Stanley Boyd tonight. Holding call against Spencer Columbus. Clock continues to move while the Penalty is being discussed, and the ball comes right back to the 50-yard line. First and 21, Spencer Columbus at the 50. Lipke in motion. Gets the handoff on the sweep, gets gang tackled behind the line of scrimmage and pulled down for a loss of 1. Amherst defense very aware of the location of Hunter Lipke on every play. Hunter fights his way back to the 50 for no gain. Second and 21, Spencer Columbus at midfield. We'll have an update on all the scores and go through the scoring plays and stats during our postgame report this evening here on WDLB. Second and 21 for Spencer Columbus at the 50. Meese to the near side. Bushman wide on the far side. Bellman is a wing, and now it looks like Lipke is in the pistol. Lipke in the shotgun, and Amherst wants a timeout here. Amherst takes a timeout, their first of the second half. 8:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. Amherst on top, 49-12, and back to Amherst in just a moment.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
From the Marshfield Tiger Booster Club.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'll take a small Coke. And I'll have a large, please.
You know you can get any size Coke for just $1, right?
So, a small Coke is just $1?
Uh-huh.
And a large is just $1?
Yes. Are you guys okay?
You just blew our different size minds.
It's nice getting any size bang for your buck. So come into McDonald's and get any size soft drink or freshly brewed McCafe coffee for just $1. Cannot be combined with combo meal. A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
Second and 21, and Mandel back to throw a screen pass far side to Hildebrand, who falls down. Carson had some running room on the far sideline, but fell down at the 49-yard line. And that play actually loses 1 yard. And Mandel now 3-6 for 9 yards tonight. Third and 22 for Spencer Columbus at their own 49. Bushman wide far side, Mandel in the pistol. Lipke comes in motion. And it's Lipke on the handoff across the 45 to the 40, in the secondary to the 30, 25-20, and pulled down inside the 20-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Isaac Primus, but Lipke rambles inside the 20-yard line to give Spencer Columbus a scoring chance, and the Rockets once again have the football inside the Rail Red Zone. Visit rail.jobs and experience the power of red from Rail Transport in Marshfield. Join the winning Rail team at Rail Transport. First and 10, Spencer Columbus at the Amherst 18-yard line, 7:40 remaining. And Mandel hands off again. He's in the secondary and carries inside the 10-yard line. Down to about the 9. Hunter Lipke taken down at the 9-yard line, gains 9 more. 133 rushing yards for Hunter Lipke in this ball game. He's now over 4,000 for his Rockets career. Second and 2 for Spencer Columbus at the Amherst 9. Mandel again to Lipke, straight ahead, breaks some tackles and bounces inside the 5-yard line for a Spencer Columbus first down to the 3. 6 more for Hunter Lipke. First and goal for Spencer Columbus at the Amherst 3, 6:45 remaining, and Amherst leads 49-12 in this Division 5 second round game. Lipke, the wing on the near side, see if he gets the football again, goes in motion, gets the handoff, goes off tackle down to about the 1, and he does get in for the touchdown. Hunter Lipke goes the final 3 yards for the score. It's a 10-play, 65-yard scoring drive. And Amherst now on top, 49-18. Hunter Lepke, 142 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, plus a kick return for a score. Evan Deeringer on to attempt to kick the PAT. And the kick is blocked. PAT kick is unsuccessful. The kick is blocked, and that stops play with 6:26 remaining in the fourth quarter, and our score, Amherst 49, Spencer Columbus 18. More football from Amherst in just a moment.
You may not know much about Bear Creek Canvas in Spencer, but there's a pretty good chance you've seen their work. Bear Creek Canvas specializes in custom recanvassing for pop-up campers of virtually any make, model, or year. Their canvas campers can be seen at parks throughout the U.S. from Yosemite to Yellowstone and closer to home in one of Wisconsin's beautiful campgrounds. Their customers agree that Bear Creek Canvas replacement tops are even better than the original tops. If your pop-up camper has seen better days, give them a call in Spencer or go to BearCreekCanvas.com. Bear Creek Canvas, a proud supporter of area athletes. Good luck in the football playoffs.
Spencer Columbus now has that gap inside 35. I do believe the rule indicates that if the fourth quarter begins with run clock, it stays run clock even if you break into that 35-point margin. So likely we'll still have a run clock situation even though the Rockets now trail by 31, about halfway through the fourth quarter. Stratford did win its ball game with Spanley Boyd tonight, 38-0. So it appears we will have a Stratford game here at Amherst next Friday night. Also, Abbotsford a winner over Loyal tonight, 17-0. So Abbotsford advances. They have the good fortune now to go to Clear Lake. Likely to Clear Lake unless Hurley upsets Clear Lake tonight. Evan Deeringer kicking off for Spencer Columbus. Again, Amherst has 10 men within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. Here's a kick down the middle, grabbed by an up man at the 38. He falls on the football right there. So the final score is coming in here.
First and 10, Falcons.
And we'll go through those scores during our postgame report this evening here on WDLB. Amherst offense back on the field. First and 10 Falcons at their own 38. Clock rolling, 5:50 remaining. Amherst on top, 49-18. Backup quarterback, sophomore Lincoln Cullen, is now in the ball game for Amherst. They'll have a lot of new ball players out there offensively. Cullen is a junior, 5'10", 145. Takes his time here. Maybe instructed to take as much time as possible. Now takes the snap and runs himself for virtually nothing. No gain for Cullen on the play. So Glodowski might have his night come to an end. 16 carries, 271 yards on the ground for the quarterback, Marcus Glodowski, tonight. Second and 10 for Amherst at their own 38-yard line. Amherst wrapping up a postseason win over Spencer Columbus tonight. Second and 10 Amherst from their own 38. 3 receivers on the near side. And Cullen will pass it quickly to the near sideline. Caught at the 45 and carried out to about the 47-yard line. Ball grabbed by Caden Conrad and carried to the 48. 10 yards on the play and a first down for Amherst. First and 10 Amherst at their own 48. 4:05 remaining. Amherst leads 49-18. Cullen again in that pistol formation. One man behind him, also blocking back next to him. He's checking the back judge to see when that time count begins, and won't snap it until that happens. And now the back judge begins his count. Cullen will take the snap and pitch it in the backfield. A very nice play by Rodriguez as he knocks down the ball carrier, Brian Groshek, in the backfield, back at the 42-yard line for a loss of 6. Big play there by Rodriguez. And Groshek loses 6 on the play. 16 for Amherst at their own 42. Amherst being very deliberate in this situation. They lead by 31 now with 3:10 to play. Some new people coming in for Amherst. Backup quarterback Lincoln Cullen this year, 8 of 13 for 73 yards. Has also rushed for 130 yards with no touchdowns. 2nd and 16, and Cullen will hand off to Groshek straight ahead for a couple of yards. Groshek to the 44. He'll pick up 2 on that play. 3rd and 14 for Amherst, just shy of their own 44-yard line. We'll have the scoring update, stats update, check other scores as well during our postgame report tonight here on WDLB. As we're winding down the clock now with 2:20 remaining in regulation time. 3rd and 14 for Amherst, just shy of their own 44-yard line. Once again, Cullen sets himself in the backfield, takes the snap, and hands to Groshek straight ahead across the 45 to the 47. That Groshek name, a very familiar name to Amherst football fans. 4th and 11 for Amherst at their own 47-yard line. And we presume they'll kick the ball away here. Clock down to 1:45 to play in this ball game. Cullen now coming back in, so they may not punt it away. We'll see what the Amherst club decides to do here. And it looks like they will go for it. They'll line up on 4th and 11 at their own 47. Cullen once again in the pistol, waiting for that back judge to begin his time count. Clock down to 1:15. Cullen now gets set, and he pitches it back to Anderson, and Anderson punts it, but very poorly up the far sideline, and rolls sideways and stops at the 43-yard line for a punt of -4 yards. You won't see that every week. Anderson took the ball on a pitch and kicked the ball while in a running motion and punted for -4 yards. Spencer Columbus has the football on the Amherst 47-yard line with 35 seconds left. And the Rockets have time to run one more play, although they appear to be in a little hurry, but now they do line up. Rockets set themselves. New quarterback in the ball game for Spencer Columbus, who falls down back at the 42-yard line. That's Austin Bacon playing quarterback, and that will wrap things up here as the Amherst Falcons move on to round 3 of the WIAA Division 5 football playoffs with a big performance in the second half, and they win this one by 31 tonight. Our final score in this Division 5 playoff contest, Amherst 49 and Spencer Columbus 18. We'll have a full recap on our postgame report coming up in just a moment.
See one of the largest carpet warehouses in central Wisconsin at R&R Flooring and Furniture in Spencer. They have more than 150 rolls of carpet and vinyl in stock for you. They are now carrying Wolfcraft furniture, Serta lift chairs, and custom log beds. And they have a huge selection of mattresses. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays and Sundays, 10 till 1. R&R Flooring and Furniture, Highway 13 in Spencer. Good luck, SC Rockets!
Take on your toughest snow removal jobs with a Kubota B-Series tractor. With a powerful Kubota diesel engine, you can add an optional snow blade or PTO front-mounted blower and throw back whatever nature throws at you.
Chili Implement is your Gale and Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Wisconsinites know that winter is right around the corner, and now is the best time to be ready for the snow. Whether it's a walk-behind or tractor, head over to Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located on County Road Y, just north of US Highway 10 in Chili.
You'll continue to follow that team concept throughout your life. A message coming your way from Lang Furniture of Marshfield.
Season comes to an end tonight for the Spencer Columbus football team. Rockets losing here in Amherst in round 2 of the Division V football playoffs to Amherst, 49-18. Hard to believe that midway through the second quarter, Amherst led this game 8-6. But then Amherst scored 3 touchdowns in the final 4:19 of the second quarter, scored 3 more touchdowns in the third quarter, and pulled away to win this ball game by 31, 49-18. During our postgame report this evening, we'll update you on the scoring plays and the stats and some other scores as well. But right now, let's pause for these messages.
Just like the SC Rocket football team, the GT Roofing and Concrete team works hard to get the job done. GT Roofing and Concrete is a Wisconsin licensed contractor specializing in both residential and commercial roofing and concrete work throughout central Wisconsin. Let them give you a free estimate for your next construction project. They do snow removal as well. So call them today, 715-560-0606. That's 715-560-0606. Congratulations on a great season, SE Rockets, and good luck in tonight's game from GT Roofing and Concrete. At Baltus, they're giving you more. Now you have a place to get your small engines repaired or tuned up. Just in time for winter, take that snow blower or leaf blower or any small engine to the Baltus Tire and Express Lube across from the post office and get that needed repair or just a tune-up. And don't forget, you always get a free car wash with every Express Lube change at Baltus Express Lube. Just bring that small engine in and Baltus' small engine repair specialist will get it running smoothly. That's the Baltus Tire and Express Lube Center across from the post office.
You always get more at Baltus.
When you think about it, investing is more than just money. You're trying to do something important for you or your family. That goal could be a comfortable retirement, college, or protecting your family. But here's the real question. What's important to you? Hi, I'm Randy Gershman, your Marshfield and Edward Jones financial advisor. Setting the specific, realistic goal is the first step, and I can help. Contact me today at 715-387-8662. See for yourself how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
You're listening to Spencer Columbus Football on AM 1450 WDLB Marshfield and WDLB-WOSQ.com. Tom Uthmeyer is our producer this evening. I'm Gene Delisio at Amherst. The season coming to an end tonight for the Spencer Columbus football team as they lose to two-time defending state champion Amherst in this Division V second-round contest, 49-18. We will take a look at the scoring plays in this ball game, a service of Ag Country Farm Credit Services, agriculture and rural communities throughout central Wisconsin. The Amherst Falcons got the ball in pretty good field position for their first series tonight. Spencer Columbus took the opening kickoff, but was penalized on the kick return, and they began their first series on their own 11-yard line. Plus, on the opening kickoff, the Rockets lost wide receiver and defensive back Lucas Ellefson, who was injured and taken off the field on a stretcher and did not return. Spencer Columbus could not move the ball on their first possession. They punted to Amherst, and the Falcons returned to the Rockets' 25-yard line. Amherst scored 4 plays later on a touchdown run of 18 yards by quarterback Marcus Glodowski. Glodowski also ran in the 2-point conversion to give Amherst an 8-0 lead with 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. On the next Spencer Columbus possession, Amherst muffed the punt and gave the ball to Spencer Columbus at the Amherst 46-yard line. Hunter Lepke scored 1 play later on a 46-yard touchdown run. The Rockets could not convert the PAT, but the Amherst lead was cut to 8-6 with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter, and that ended first quarter scoring. The score stayed 8-6 until midway through the third quarter when Amherst went on a scoring barrage. First of all, following a Spencer Columbus punt, the Falcons went 11 plays, 79 yards, and scored on a 3-yard touchdown run by the fullback, Bryce Holderman. Zableski kicked the PAT. Amherst led 15-6 with 4:19 remaining in the second quarter. Spencer Columbus had to punt on their next possession. Amherst got the ball back deep in their own territory at their own 15-yard line, but scored on their third play on a 79-yard touchdown run by Glodowski. Zableski again kicked the PAT, and the Amherst lead was 22-6 with 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Spencer Columbus got the football back, but a fumble recovery by Amherst at the Spencer Columbus 37 gave the ball back to the Amherst Ball Club. And on a play with 4 seconds remaining before halftime, Glodowski scored once again on a 13-yard touchdown run to close out scoring in the second quarter. Zableski kicked the PAT, and Amherst led 29-6 at the halftime break. Then Amherst got the ensuing kickoff, and the kickoff actually went out of bounds, giving the ball to Amherst to start the third quarter on their own 35-yard line. On the first play from scrimmage, Glodowski went 65 yards for a touchdown to increase the Amherst lead. Zableski again kicked the PAT, and Amherst led 36-6 with 11:47 left in the third quarter. Amherst then kicked off to Spencer Columbus, and Hunter Lipke returned the kickoff 85 yards for a touchdown. His second kickoff return for a score this year. The Rockets did not convert the PAT, and they trailed 36-12 with 11:31 left in the third quarter. Spencer Columbus then kicked back to Amherst. The Falcons went 51 yards in 5 plays and scored on Holderman's 16-yard touchdown run. Zableski on the PAT try to give Amherst a 43-12 lead with 8:46 left in the third quarter. And then following a Spencer Columbus punt, the Falcons scored once again, and this time they were pinned deep in their own territory, but went 93 yards in 10 plays and scored on Glodowski's 14-yard touchdown run. PAT try was no good. The Amherst Ball Club led 49-12 with 1:32 remaining in the third quarter. Amherst then kicked off to Spencer, and the Rockets got the ball in the end zone once again with a 10-play, 65-yard scoring drive capped by Hunter Lipke's 3-yard run. PAT kick was unsuccessful. That ended the scoring at 6:26 remaining in the fourth quarter with Amherst on top 49-18, and that was our final score this evening. And once again, that scoring recap, a service of Ag Country Farm Credit Services, supporting agriculture and rural communities throughout central Wisconsin. And we'll come back and check the final stats in this contest following these messages.
Northside Computers at 907 South Central Avenue in Marshfield will design and build a computer specifically for you. A great idea for gift giving. Take record keeping up for ease. Northside Computers in Marshfield offers a full line of custom-built computers and accessories. Designed and built by local technicians and come with a 3-year parts and labor warranty. Check for yourself at Northside Computers, a proud sponsor of the WIAA High School Football Playoffs at 907 South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Gift certificates available too.
Ag Country Farm Credit Services has been serving agriculture and rural communities for nearly 100 years. They offer a wide array of financial products, such as loans and leases for farm operations and real estate financing, rural home loans, crop insurance, tax preparation, and much more. Contact your Marshfield Ag Country Farm Credit Services office in front of the mall on Central Avenue today. Equal opportunity lender and provider. Quality Roofing, Marshfield, Wisconsin, is proud to include Wausau Athletic Park, Camp Randall, and Lambeau Field in their project lineup. Quality Roofing is equally proud to always support area students. Quality Roofing serves Wisconsin's commercial roofing and sheet metal needs. Contact Quality Roofing on the web at qroof.com or visit them in Marshfield's East Industrial Park.
Spencer Columbus football players and their fans gathered on one end of the football field. Their season coming to an end tonight as the Rockets losing to two-time defending state champion Amherst in this Division 5 second-round contest by a final score of 49-18. Let's take a look at the final stats in this ball game. A service of the people for whom numbers matter the most, Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. The final stats in this contest, first of all, for the Amherst Ball Club, led by quarterback Marcus Gladowski, who carried 16 times for 271 yards and 5 touchdowns. Bryce Holderman, 11 carries for 88 yards and 2 scores. Also for Amherst, Carter Zableski, 2 carries for 6. Chris Anderson, 2 carries for 8. Backup quarterback Lincoln Cullen, 1 carry for 0. And Brian Groshek, 3 carries for -1. Gladowski throwing the football, 7 of 13 for 80 yards. Cullen, 1 of 1 for 10. Zableski caught 3 passes for 24. Cole Van Nice, 1 catch for 4. Isaac Primus, 1 catch for 33. Chris Anderson, 1 catch for 7. Colton Grahowski, 1 catch for 12. And Caden Conrad, 1 catch for 15. For Spencer Columbus, Hunter Lepke, 17 carries, 142 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Hunter Lepke, with his performance today, ends his career at Spencer Columbus with 4,090 rushing yards and 78 career rushing touchdowns, and Hunter also had a kick return for a touchdown as well. Also for the Rockets, Carson Hildebrandt, 6 carries for 26. Hayden Bauman, 4 carries for 25. Jared Mandel, 4 carries for -5. Austin Bacon, 1 carry for -6. Mandel, 3 of 6 for 9 yards. Carson Hildebrandt, 2 catches for 3. Hayden Bauman, 1 catch for 6. Final team stats, Amherst with 372 rushing yards, Spencer Columbus 182, passing Amherst 80, Spencer Columbus 9. Total yards tonight, Amherst 452 yards of offense, and Spencer Columbus held to 191. The Spencer Columbus team have been over 500 yards of offense in 3 ball games this year, but held to less than 200 tonight as they fall to Amherst 49-18. Our post-game stats this evening, a service of the people for whom numbers matter the most, Edward Jones Investments of Marshfield. See Randy Gershman or Brian Kaiser for their sound investment advice. And back with more from Amherst High School following these messages.
The Central Wisconsin High School football playoffs allow us to recognize the accomplishments of the athletes. I'm Dr. Lori Bentz, along with Dr. Ryan Kirkstrom here at Bentz Chiropractic in Marshfield.